Legends on Paper. My name is Rabbit Hunter, and tonight we have a continuation of the Menagerie. And with us this evening, we have the players that have started this fun adventure, starting with Matt, Camille, Postal Mike, Spencer, and Uncle Mike.
Namaste.
I love how tall I am today.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, wow.
Well, you're a little tall. What just
All right. No, I'm good.
Okay, all right.
He wants
You
to
want keep that stature.
raise the bar? Yeah, we are getting a lot of table here.
Last session, your party delved into the Menagerie, the subterranean Menagerie that was under construction. You were sent there by Lord Henway to locate his partner Azredor, who was working on the creatures that were going into the Menagerie, the setup, the construction, everything involved with preparing the subterranean Menagerie for opening in the near future in Greyhawk. But something happened. Nedrin Cavebender, the foreman of this new endeavor, is missing. Blood on the stairs leading down. None of the workers, the animal handlers, have come back, and Azredor has not come out of the subterranean caverns. And Lord Henway was very nervous about that. He sent a patrol of his own personal guard down into the Menagerie, and they never returned. So he reached out to you, who had helped him previously in getting an undead dog brought to him from parts far away, south of Divers, from the tower of Zendrelda, Zendrelda herself, and thought you might be a competent group to send down and find out what was going on, yet cautioned you not to hopefully kill all of his creatures, as they were quite expensive and hard to get, as you well know. In any case, you delved down in, immediately found blood on the floor, on the stairway, trail of it leading off to the east, which you would eventually follow, but as you started to delve through the subterranean caverns, you were faced with hydrangeas coming up from the toilets. You were faced with a band of troglodytes, an area that they had been kept in, where you found a body that they were munching on, and like a break room with a cake, perhaps in celebration of the grand opening, and then another room that contained two bloated orcs that kind of floated strangely, and when you attacked them, piercing them, they exploded in spores that infected both Polaris and Pitley. And although the effects were nominal, you kind of still feel that illness, sickness with you, but it's not hampering you in any way, so you're not under a condition of poison or anything like that. And then looking into where we ended, looking into another area of the Menagerie, Figaro sent Magpie on a little trip, looking through its eyes and discovering that it was kind of a roundabout, cavernous, twisty cave that it followed and back, but I don't think discovered anything outside of a more finished stonework area with a door in it, and then a couple of openings that led to smaller caverns. I don't think he found anything.
He didn't find anything
beyond that,
because my perception is not great.
But the magpie survived.
Yes, the magpie survived. The lantern came back.
You have with you the NPCs you've had with you since the beginning of this particular adventure into the Menagerie. You have Fellows, the magician, and you have Tubbs and Wob and Renee from Divers on loan to you, essentially from the Spice Master. So that's where we...
Has he been called the Spice Master the whole time?
Yeah, well, he's got a name, but yeah, he's known as the Spice Master. And that's where we begin. So, let's get started. Let's play D&D.
All
What do you guys want to do?
So, well, so far we've killed every one of his creatures we've seen.
Yeah.
We didn't go into the break room, and I don't know if we killed the thing in the toilets.
We cut off at least one of its heads.
I don't know if it'll grow
Yes.
back.
And it retracted back into the hole. The other one was you barricaded the door with chairs, as I remember. And it was trying to bust through there, but didn't do so successfully before you left.
If we were gonna leave the balloons where they were,
We
until
did.
popped them.
Yeah. Yep, until you went back and popped.
I think we only popped one.
No, we did both.
I think you're right. I think you actually hit one, it exploded, and then caused the other one to explode too, because of the spores that were shooting out of it.
So we only popped.
Yeah, so.
Well, let's just be
We
thankful.
purposefully only did one.
Let's be thankful they left the cake alone. Does your bird see anything, Figaro?
Yeah, there's I got a good idea of the hallways. I do a brief little sketch on my hand of like, they go this way, then this way, then this way. Looks like there is a unfinished room, or there's a finished looking room over there.
How could this way be the opposite way of this way?
Because it's this way or it's that way.
Well, you didn't say this way or that way. You said it's this way or it's this way.
I said it's this way and then it's this way.
Or that way.
Or that.
It would have to be that way. Can't be this way and then this way.
Well, then let's just go this way.
Either way, we're gonna have to check every room on our way. So let's just.
Let's maybe
How
not kill
dark is it
everything
here?
left.
There's
If we can.
no light other than any that you carry. That's a good point. Pipley, Dalian, and Twig all have dark vision. Polaris and Figaro do not. I
Oh,
think.
wait, when'd you get here?
Was there a light source?
I got a lantern. I got my hooded lantern.
Wait, wasn't Twig here last time?
No, Twig was not.
No.
Oh, well then I guess I should explain how that happened.
Didn't you break that lantern? Oh no, we had a big conversation about it.
We had a big conversation.
Oh,
about
you're
it.
right.
Spent a lot of time fixing it.
So Twig would have
Yeah,
caught up
pretty
with the group later. Henway would have had his houseman take you down to where the young woman in leather, very snarky, probably had a few words with her, as she was not too excited about lifting the gate again, unless she's got the key to the lock. She unlocks it, lets you in. It just tells you they're down there somewhere. They were screaming earlier, but I don't know which one it was. Probably the gnome. Yeah, she had kind of a snarky attitude that Twig, I'm sure, wouldn't have liked. But quickly, you would have heard the sounds of violence coming off from the right side. Once you got into the looks like a cafeteria with multiple caverns leading off through doors, and then the one door that was probably going boom, boom, like something beating on it from the other side that Twig probably would not have opened alone, since it was kind of like growls and hisses coming from behind.
There was a room with a
Unless you
beautifully
had to go
decorated
back.
cake.
And then as you hear that, you turn and you hear us two idiots going this way, no this way, no that. This way is that way.
Yeah, and they weren't being particularly quiet, so you would probably have arrived just after the whole spore incident with the orcs.
Thanks for drawing me a map with your mouths, guys.
Wait, when did you get here?
Just now.
Who is this?
Just Twig.
She's kind of
What
the
a
team.
wonderful explanation that was. Thank you.
She's like the team mascot.
Or leader.
She's a healer
I'm around.
All right.
and a murderer, but we are all too, so it's fine.
I'm not.
Okay.
Yeah, so Pipley and Twig probably don't know each other, but Twig, of course, is the rest of the party is familiar with who Twig is.
She'll just give Pipley a nod.
I feel like I'll understand this shit.
But the Tabaxi, hey, I mean, they're known in this part of the world, but not very commonly known. You don't see too many of them on the streets of Greyhawk. So yeah, at this point, you guys are just kind of staring into this dark opening with the winding cavern that leads around with in kind of a circle with the openings and the door that Figaro had described.
Excuse me, Twig.
Does somebody have the light source? I thought somebody had, like, actually cast light on the shield.
I don't know if anyone can.
Polaris' shield, maybe?
Fellows could do that.
It wouldn't have been done.
I
on
can do
Polaris'
something
shield.
of the sort if we need.
Or was it the helmet? And somebody cast light somewhere.
Wasn't me.
Didn't we
thought-
find a skull or something?
I mean, you could.
No, didn't you want to put your lantern in the skull so it would direct the light
That
to the
was
eyes?
what we were talking
That's
about.
the one that, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Yeah, I do. Yes, I do recall
However,
that.
if we don't want a tool, I can give us light.
And it was what's his name?
It's
Skull?
my skull on your shield.
That's it.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
you.
so you have illumination from
Yes,
Skull
I
Shield.
have a skull with light shining through the eyes, and the skull used to belong to
Some Australian fucknut somewhere.
the guy with the frog.
Yeah, the Olsen.
Yeah,
Olsen's skull.
Olsen's skull is
Oh,
a spike
God,
of the
I
shield.
forgot.
Forever
about
with
that.
us.
Yes. And this is a precursor to that leads up to the zombie eventually.
Eventually.
And I'm just gonna. I think that my bird is carrying my lantern. It's like flying inside.
Well, no, the lantern is what's in the skull.
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
they're
the
two
one that
different
you
things.
broke and put back together?
Yes, the one that we broke.
I
and
don't know
I
that
spent
it's that-
time putting it back together.
That might be hard for a magpie to carry with the
It
oil
can
and
carry
the.
10 pounds.
Oh, well, okay. It can carry 10 pounds. Okay. All right.
D&D says it can carry.
Well, I'll go with that then. That's a
I've
big
seen
magpie.
magpies. I'm gonna doubt that one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shine the shield down either way to the hall. Do I see anything down either side?
Yeah, so left and right, you can see, I mean, just ahead of you is just the wall. And so the corridor goes right and left. And
There's
you
nothing
just
right
see
in
it-
front of us.
Yeah, you see it twisting away into the darkness.
We can go this way, or we can go this way. I did that for you, Figaro.
I'll start.
Straight
I don't wanna-
ahead
I
and
don't
to the
wanna be
right,
sick,
both
though.
lead to the same place.
Polaris is taking lead. I'll take up the rear.
All right. We'll go to the right.
Okay.
To the right, okay.
the
And
rear.
march order.
Yeah. I'm trying to make room for everybody to get in the hall.
I'll go behind Polaris.
That way, all you squishies are sandwiched in.
Here, somewhere.
I'll be behind Blake.
Yeah, behind Polaris.
I don't remember who this is.
Let me get an
Probably
update on
Renee
everybody's
or something.
passive
That's Bella.
also.
Okay.
What is Pipley's passive?
Hipley's passive.
Yeah, perception.
12.
12? Figaro's 13.
13, yes.
Dal is 9.
My old eyes don't
Passive
see
perception
much.
is 13.
13. Oh, okay. Fix that. Twig is 13.
Other-
Where's hers?
Yeah,
higher?
13.
Okay, and Polaris 12.
19.
What? You don't have 19 perception.
It's a 12. It is a 12.
You mean you didn't take the observant feat and get yourself expertise and
No.
proficiency since we last?
No. I wouldn't do that anyway.
Okay. All right. So, yeah. So you're just shining this light down. You can see the corridor curving away. It's very kind of musty. There's a little hazy. A lot of construction has been done down here, and this seems to be an area of the Menagerie that is had a lot of recent work, and so the walls look like they have had a lot of been cut lately. There's a lot of dirt on the floor, haze in the air, but you don't see anything as far as you can see around the corner or where you are.
I explain that to them, and I'll move forward. When I come
Keep
around
on, keep it on.
the corner,
Yeah, as you come around the corner, that's where you see the finished brick wall that looks really out of place next to all these, the cavern construction. And there's an oak door set into the center of this brick wall. Looks like it carries around to the side. So it's more formalized area that obviously some time has been spent on to make it, sturdy and stand out. And you also note that there's a bench off to the right,
I don't like the bench.
just before you get to that door, and another bench that's perpendicular to it, just next to the door, as if it's a waiting area. And there's light illuminating, it illumes from behind the door. You can see it through a few of the very, very narrow cracks underneath the door. It looks like there's some light that illumes from there, but there's no light coming from anywhere else down the corridor. And as you turn the corner, you hear from behind the muffled sound of that door, this like crashing, as if splintering wood is perhaps thrown or crushed. It happens a few times. You hear kind of a loud grumbling, and then almost like a murmur, but in a very deep baritone.
Murmur.
Yeah, but you can't really, and so it's all kind of muffled except for the higher, louder crashes and smashes that you hear from behind the door.
Orcs.
Is it too late for us to be quiet? There's something up here.
Would I have heard any of this noise?
What?
No, because the perception you rolled was like crazy low, I remember.
Consistent.
I'll tell them what I
so
heard, and then I'll step into that open space.
okay.
I mean, I'm
Are we all
behind him.
following?
Yeah,
We're not an initiative. You can
whoever.
follow as you please at this point.
Okay.
Tight formation.
Are we going further in or?
Well, then if we're still out of initiative, I will stand next to the door, not directly in front of it.
Side that door.
As you get up to that point, as you're getting up to that point, Polaris specifically, and those that are within 5 or 10 feet behind can hear more clearly a voice from the other side of the door. Hey, you hear that? It's a little bit muffled, as if a little bit further away in the room. Should we check?
I'm gonna get up on the other side of the door as all this noise is starting.
Sounds like an Etten. Definitely an Etten in there.
I'm gonna see if I can get around to the edge of that corner of the wall.
Okay, just as you do,
Cool.
the door begins to creak open, light floods out, and
Said we're going. He
illuminated
had said he was going to the other side.
in this doorway
Yep.
is the shape of a muscular man, about medium height, but with the huge hulking bulk of a horned cow or bull
Hello.
face. As he opens the door, his big black eyes kind of twisting and seeing you, all of you, as the light shines out. Kind of a stunned moment. You say hello,
I do.
bam, slams the door. And you hear, there's someone out there. And then
There's a cowman in there.
Is
I
that
saw
what
it.
your guy? Is that what your guy looks like?
What? My guy?
Yeah, we're looking for your friend, right?
Is your friend a
Right,
cow?
I'm looking for my friend. It's
that's right.
Is your friend made of
Azredor,
cows?
I don't believe my friend is made of cows. No.
Do you know him?
I
I
forgot that
don't
was.
know.
Yeah, he's human.
But
Yeah. No.
Twig will go
You
and,
explain.
and knock on the door.
Knock on the door, okay?
Standing.
I figured the animal folk might know each other.
Shouldn't we just leave him?
Maybe he'll be more
We don't know.
friendly when he sees a cat woman there.
When you knock,
The door went into him or out to us?
it came in.
Okay.
Then he slammed it shut.
All right. Twig knocks.
And when you knock, there's a pause for a minute. There's a little bit of like low murmuring, and it's really fast. And then you hear, who is it?
Land shark.
What? Land shark? You say land shark?
Yeah.
I didn't know he could talk. What do you want? The meat's ours. It's all ours. You can't have any.
No, we're not looking for any. We're looking for someone.
You want the dwarf?
Do we want the dwarf?
Is Otto in there?
Otto?
Meat.
You mean Azredor?
No, you said his name was.
No, Azredor. Otto. No, not Azredor. He's the
I think they're
brother
flipping our
of
messages. Okay,
the
so
brother of-
we're looking for Az.
Azredor. Yes, that's what
Yeah,
you're looking for. Yeah,
everybody
he's
knows
he's
that.
the. Yeah,
It's flipped.
he's the. he's the business partner.
Is Azredor in there?
Hold on. Here, don't. And then remember, don't. Nope.
He's not there.
What did he just check, do you think?
The meat.
Yeah.
You can have the dwarf. He kind of smells.
Hold on, but you checked. Do you know him?
Who?
Azredor? The guy who you just checked for?
No, we got a dwarf. He's kind of smelly.
Is he dead?
Is he dead?
Hold on. And then you hear like what sounds like kicking, and thud, boom, boom, boom. Murmur of voices comes back, boom, boom. Yep, he's dead.
Is Azredor a door?
No. Let's keep going.
Well,
We
Don't wanna kill
should
them.
really check the bodies to see if they're who we're looking for. Because there's also guards that went missing. I'm guessing it's probably the meat they're talking about.
sorry, I was
Yeah,
trying
but
to
if we
read
open
the
that
block
door,
really
we're gonna
quickly.
fail.
The names got
Yeah,
all.
there was a lot of
They
text
don't sound
there.
like they would
Okay.
fight.
What are you doing in there?
Who wants to know?
Land shark.
There's a long pause. We're stalking the meat. Oh shit! Here, I didn't mean to. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have told the meat. Kind of frustrated tones.
Do we hear more than one voice?
Yeah,
Like,
you heard that,
there's
but
a
the other
ton of
second one,
voices?
it sounds further away. You can't really hear it clear, just kind of a murmuring
Right.
back and forth. You can hear his voice clear because he's right at the door.
Who's in
behind
there
you.
with you?
My brother.
What's your brother's name?
We don't even know his
Who wants to know?
land
Land
guard.
Shark.
It's a land shark. We're not telling you.
That's it. We're killing him. Okay.
No.
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 Just kidding.
What?
Can we come in?
No.
Why not?
I don't know if we can come in. No, you can't come in.
You
We'll
can-
give you the dwarf, though, if you want the dwarf.
You can keep the meat. We need to inspect this place for the menagerie guy.
Come back later.
We're busy later.
We're busy now.
Knock, 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 knock.
What do you want?
To come in.
No.
Knock, 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 knock.
What do you want?
To come in.
No.
We're here on official business from Lord Henway. You're gonna have to let us in.
And then you hear a second voice, more clearly now. They're going to put us back in the cages. You think you're going to put us back in the cages? You're going to put us back in the cages. Tell them to fuck off.
You can stay out of the cages. We don't care about that. We're just looking for people.
He said to hurt him. And they kind of bicker back and forth a little bit. Now, you guys have heard of Minotaur in legend and lore, even if you hadn't come across one yourself.
Yeah, but they're big and scary.
Right.
Right.
What is,
These seem
They're
much
very large.
it's a mini
much-
tar.
but what you could see through the light, you know, that from Polaris's skull lamp, and shining from behind them, that they look exactly like a Minotaur, but just smaller. The one that you saw,
His size or like
yeah, like
still
man-sized.
pretty, but just small.
Yeah, still bulky, but like man-sized, human-sized.
a mini tar.
Maybe they're calves.
Maybe he's just a Disney mascot wearing a stupid hat.
Oh God, yeah.
Could be.
I mean, he does seem dumb enough
Yeah.
to.
Look, we don't care about putting you in the cages, whether you fuck off, live, die, whatever. We just need to find some lost people. Then you can go back to eating your meat.
All we got is a dwarf. You can have the dwarf.
You can have the dwarf. I
I
don't
don't
care.
want the dwarf. He stinks. Stinking up the meat.
Well, then open the door.
Bring us the dwarf.
Yeah, give him the dwarf.
Should I do the foot thing?
Yeah, bring us the dwarf, please.
You hear boom, and then a dragging, boom, 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 and then a crate falling over.
Yeah.
And he opens the door,
Hello.
and
Again.
he's standing there holding the dwarf that looks like his head has been crushed.
Is it an actual dwarf?
Yeah, I mean, you can see it's a body of a dwarf.
Oh, sure.
And no, just the size and the shape of him, and even the crushed head. You can see the dwarf, and he just flings him through the doorway.
I stick my foot in the corner of the door.
We didn't close the door yet. You just flung it through the door.
Okay. Is there any other bodies in there? We just need to see who they are. You can keep them. I don't care.
Can we see into the room?
Yeah, so you can see, you can go ahead and remove that. You can see, well, let me shape this.
Oh no, I can't see it.
What? Because I'm not going to screw with it. Yeah, so did you remove the
I did.
cover? Okay, good. So, yeah, let me get the little guys and we'll put them on the map there for you.
Highland mini cow mini.
Is there a dead dwarf in there?
Nope. Oh yeah, he's under crates though.
Yeah, so that was a crash you heard when you dragged him out.
If you look, you can see him.
I see the feet.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
the Wicked Witch.
there's one standing behind the doorway holding it. You can't really see him. You can easily see this guy illumined in the light, and then he just took him and tossed him basically at Twig's feet. So you got the body right there in the doorway. And he's still standing in the doorway when...
I just casually put my foot in there when I say hello again.
Okay, and he just...
Are there any
You have a dwarf.
any other bodies in there?
No, just me and my brother.
I don't care about your meat.
What did you do to this door?
We found him this way. We didn't do this. I'll describe the interior of the room just to give you
Yeah, I'll look around the corner.
some.
nice room.
I mean, because you can all see
Right.
kind of beyond him a little bit. See a little tab there? You can just pull it out. Okay. Ooh, so
Ah.
Can you inch my character like actually in line of sight? Seeing things.
this is actually quite. It looks like an office, and I'll describe it for you. So you get a better idea. There's a sign on the door that neglected to tell you about. It says employees only. But inside the room, it's a very crowded room. It's smelling of salted meats, and lit by this glowing crystal ball attached to the ceiling high above. There's a large mahogany desk that sits at the far end of the room, you can see, and an open ledger faces a plush blue chair that's been neatly pushed up against the back of the desk. In one corner, you can see a glass plaque on the desk, and it has some writing on it that you can't read from as far away as you are, but you kind of glints in the light. And a nook in the north wall holds a tall bookcase that's crammed with various books, scrolls, some of which is fallen kind of in a heap on the floor, as if it's someone had started to rifle through them. Stacked near the door, you see several crates, one of which the dwarf just came out from under, and they're labeled meat. A few have been broken open, and their contents have been emptied into a pile of salt that remains on the floor, and then it looks like meat has been taken from it and begun to be stacked off to the side, separating the chunks of meat from. They're like almost not quite like patty, but almost like you would like a flat chicken breast,
Mushed.
you know. And it was preserved in this salt. You can see the dwarf himself that was just tossed out at you at Twig's feet. His boots are scuffed, and his body's just twisted in a very unnatural position, like something very powerful just wrecked him. And of course his head, crushed, so you can't really see his features very clearly. And the two bull-headed creatures that are inside, with the long horns, the bovine legs, it looks like they were pulling the big crates down from the top and either just throwing them down or dropping them or whatever to get to the meat that was inside. The rest of the office, for the most part, looks, untouched, except for the bookcase.
Two things.
Yep.
One, that salt's gonna make you thirsty. If you go around this corner and make a left, there's a lake. There's a bunch of water in there if you're
That place
thirsty.
is stinky. I know about that place.
Two, Is there keys in there? That would make our job a lot easier, and we could let out anybody else that's worried about being locked in a cage.
Kind of looks behind. You see any keys? No, I didn't see any keys. Close the door. He starts to close the door.
What's it?
Yeah.
Can I make an intelligence check on this? I would know what makes a smaller minotaur versus like why, like what kind of minotaurs these are.
Yeah, I mean, you would have some idea that they're not natural creatures. So, in Arcana, if you want,
Arcana
or History, whatever's
or history.
better for you.
That was 2, so 9.
9. Yeah, you have no idea.
These are weird minotaurs.
Yeah, that's pretty much what you come up with.
We need anything in there?
No.
I
No.
wouldn't mind reading what
Yeah,
that plaque says on the
book
desk.
on the table.
What's the plaque say on the desk?
You'd have to go in. You're way too far away. It's all the way at the other end of the
I got
room.
pretty
And
good vision.
he shuts the door on your foot. He's like, your foot is away.
That's so you can't shut the door.
What'd you do that for?
I need to read that plaque on the desk.
Who wants to read the damn plaque?
I'll give you some wine if we can inspect the room.
Or can you
For what?
read?
No.
I didn't think so.
Wine?
Wine, yes. We just want to look around for a few seconds. That's it.
We have to get the meat out first.
You can just keep the meat.
Just keep it. We don't want it.
Right.
won't
We don't
step
want you
on it.
stealing it. We don't.
Whoa.
We don't.
You crafty tricks. You.
Why
You
don't you
gnomes
move
do.
the meat off to the side or put it back in a crate so you
What
can
we're
keep it
doing.
safe?
I don't like gnomes either.
You got a bag?
What?
And now all this is going
What?
through
I'll-
through the crack in the door right
Yeah.
there where Polaris' foot is.
I have wine.
And he keeps looking. Oh,
Good
wine.
wine.
Right, wine. I'm getting thirsty. Salt makes you thirsty. You're right about that. All right, give us the wine.
Open the door.
It is open.
Let us come in the door.
Shit, you want to come in?
That's what the deal was. Wine
Do you have
for,
a bag?
for what?
You hear that from behind the door. You have a bag? To put the meat.
Put it
If you let
back
us
in
put
the
the meat in the
box you
bag, then
took
we'll-
it out of.
Well, then we gotta carry the box.
You gotta carry the bag too.
Yeah, but just one bag. We take all the meat out of the box. We put the meat in the bag. All the salt.
I'm sure I have a spare belt pouch. It's a small bag.
You give him
Hand it in the door.
Is there anything in it?
No.
Okay. Okay, he looks at it. Oh, all right. And he takes it and he hands it behind the door to the other guy. And you hear this, the fuck is that? It's a bag for the meat. How much meat do you think we're gonna get in here? Oh, we need a bigger bag.
It doesn't meet your
Do you want the
expectations.
wine?
I want the wine.
Open the door. Let us look at the book.
Roll persuasion. And you can
That-
have advantage since everyone's basically trying to do the same thing.
11.
Advantage.
Oh yeah.
Try again. Oh,
11.
11, all right. They're
that
not
was a natural number, wasn't it?
completely convinced.
What if we just let one of your kind in? Will you trust that? The rest of us will wait out here?
Well, our kind.
Yeah. we
Animal
got-
folk.
Oh, you mean
Land
like
shark.
that? Oh, well, where's the land shark?
I'm not a land shark. I'm a tabaxi.
Well, you look, yeah, I know you're not a land shark. I've seen land sharks.
You get no wine.
What? What? And this bit of squabbling behind the door.
You cool with that, Twig?
That's what you get
Yes.
for whining.
The bro says I'm gonna have to put this axe in your foot.
In whose foot?
I'd rather you
Talking to
didn't.
Polaris.
There's a lot more of us out here. I wouldn't do that.
Hey, well, you're all little. Well, you're kind of big, but I got a big axe.
I do too.
Yeah.
I hold it up.
Well, that's gonna be
Listen.
mine in a minute.
We
You can see he's
said
starting to
we
get a little bit
wouldn't kill
flush.
anyone
Yeah, I
down
think
No,
here.
we can knock him out.
Don't make
We
us
don't want to fight.
hurt you.
We just want to get the plaque. I just want to read the plaque on the desk.
Lethal spell
Well, you give
damage.
him- And then you see this. You hear this. You see a second minotaur kind of through the gap, move from behind the door and tunk, tunk, tunk,
Hello.
to the. He's going away from the door to the back of the office to the desk,
Okay.
and he grabs the plaque, and you see
He's not completely stupid.
and he throws it.
I dodge.
Oh, do you?
He throws it. He gets it through the opening.
I'm way in that
Make a
back
deck
corner.
save to see
There's
if
a
you can get
chest.
out of the way. DC 15.
You have pretty good armor.
No.
No. Okay. All right. I mean, he rolled enough to get it through there, but not so great that it's going to do a whole lot of damage or anything. So it hits your arm, tank, bounces off your chest, and lands on the floor. And you can see that it's it looks like it's a brass plaque.
Thank you. I pull my foot out.
I think we're good.
Twig will pick it up and read it.
You pull your foot out, he slams the door, and then you hear him squabbling back. Oh, we were was darn plaque. We got rid of the door.
To Dell.
Twig said she'll read it.
Oh. I didn't know you couldn't read.
Baxy's faster than me.
So engraved on this plaque, it says Azredor, office manager.
Why did you want that?
I wanted to see whose office it was.
Oh.
Well, now we know that this is his office.
Probably should have brought the letter.
Who says we can't?
Twig will knock on the door. We would also like that ledger, please.
Who's that?
Land Shark.
God damn it! I'm about to kick the. Give us the books.
You sound like you're getting upset.
I feel like if I
I'll
walked
give you the
away
line
and
for the
got
books.
the line.
For the book.
Yes. Roll another persuasion with advantage. 'Cause there's a moment of hesitation. They seem to really want the wine.
16.
16 is better. The door creaks back open.
I'm all the way in the back, just going
Hello.
to this with a bottle of wine. I used it. It's the one I threw at the person with catapult in the last session.
Okay.
It didn't break.
Oh, yeah, it didn't break. So it's a full bottle of wine.
I killed someone with this.
You want the book?
The ledger that's on the table that was beneath the plaque. Or beneath the glowing orb.
For the wine.
Yeah, the wine.
All right. Close the door. You hear boom, boom, boom. And then boom, 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 back. And it's a fairly good size.
I start approaching the door, but I look at the big man and I go, please protect me if he's waiting.
And he opens the door and he just hands out the big book and takes the wine. And it is for a gnome quite a large
Thank
letter.
you.
And then slams the door shut again.
Why did we want that?
Just to see what else is in here.
Why?
Because we're nosy.
Well, now we know what kind of animals are in here.
Yeah.
We'll find that out when we open doors.
Yeah, let's find out before we open the
Does
doors.
that plaque say Azredor?
It does.
Strange line of work my
Can't you
friend
read?
fell into. Interesting.
I'll
Maybe-
hand you the plaque. Quickly.
Thank
What's
you.
in that ledger?
So, who'd you give the ledger to?
I yoinked it.
Figure it.
Okay. So the ledger is basically an accounting of the inventories, the work that's been done, payroll, that sort of thing. And so it's quite an expansive volume of typical things that you would, for an accounting of what it costs, all the things that go into creating this place.
So look for expensive. I look for like the big expensive deliveries that are probably what the animals are.
Okay,
That's
all right.
probably the most expensive thing getting imported.
All right, that's going to take some time to go through there.
I mean,
So
we've been spending enough time sitting here
Yeah.
talking at a door.
I'll have you.
Or
I guess I'll have you roll an investigation
cool.
to see how quickly you can get through it.
Well, that could have been worse. 10.
Okay, all right. So
Not much.
you're going through it as best you can, and you're having trouble reading some of the scroll in there.
God, it's
Can
my
I
right
just
bad.
look at the last page? And I want to see if there's like blood on the page or if the last input
There's
is
a lot.
like,
Oh
written
God,
like
why did this
this,
happen?
or if the last input
I'm
is like this
currently
and then
being
like scribbled
murdered.
off the page.
Just because you could doesn't mean you should.
I just want to look at the last page.
Well, roll a
Peter
perception
finds a
first of
way.
all.
Just all the dressing prices.
Well.
Oh, okay, so it's better than average. As she takes the book, starts going through it somewhat slowly with an investigation roll of 10, trying to find something of interest. You do note that only about three, maybe less than half of the ledger is filled.
Oh my
Beyond
God,
that is a
it's
bunch
gonna
of
be
blank
text, Rob.
pages. A bunch of blank pages. So obviously, this is a work in progress with all the stuff being done here. But still, it's expansive. It's probably 500 pages.
That was a strange conclusion to draw there, friend.
But I mean, if you wanted to specifically look at the last
Well,
page,
never mind.
you can. If you want to look at the last page that
Well, so
there
I
was
guess
some
I
writing,
need the last input.
Yeah,
If there's
then-
any like
yeah.
2 bears, like
Is Figaro okay with?
Yeah. I mean, I picked it up in a small gnome, so I just like kneeled and I just like slid
What
down.
did it say?
Polaris is gonna sit on the bench.
All right, so the last entries include mainly foodstuffs that they were gathering into the first area that you went into, that cafeteria type area. That would be available, casks of ale and dark mead and stuff like that. But there is one interesting thing that you find among the last open couple of pages that draw your attention quite readily, and this is a very big expense for a woolly mammoth.
Oh my god.
What?
Well, I've seen many fantastical creatures in my time, but there's a woolly mammoth on here that's supposed to either be here or be being brought here at some point.
All right.
Let's hope it's not here already. That doesn't sound pleasant.
The fuck is a
Why?
mammoth?
Well, it
I would
sounds like
know.
we'll know.
I've studied. I've been to school.
Like a large war pig.
I mean, you would know about
think it
elephants, and these are creatures that would be
Bigger than a goat.
A
known
mammoth goat.
all
It's
from
woolly.
much further north, of course.
Sure.
But yeah.
It's very big. I don't understand this. This
Kind of like a
place-
giant war pig.
So a giant goat
much
is on premises.
bigger. But this
Well-
place seems very inhumane to me. To put an animal of that size down here,
Why?
it's just not where they belong.
We were just in a really big room.
Still, it's underground.
Had water.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we
Sunlight's
got
good too.
all the information we're gonna get.
Let's go find your friend.
I think it's my
Alright.
turn to take lead, so
Okay.
I'll
Yep.
start walking down the hall.
Put
I'll
the
go
plaque
behind
in
you.
my. Is it like a
Alright.
desk plaque, like a triangle?
Yeah, it's like a desk plaque.
Sweet. All right. I
essentially.
put it in my
A
bag.
little, more crude than that.
I'm gonna
but
catapult it into someone's head.
No, catapult the boat.
it actually is
Or
pretty
that.
heavy.
Yeah. Well,
So
yeah.
it'd make a good projectile.
Pipley is back there
Why is he way back there?
because I didn't want to die.
You should probably walk up there with the cat. I wouldn't trust these people behind you.
Well, I appreciate that, big man.
That girl, Renee.
Yeah. Huh? Oh, okay.
So the door's closed, and as you guys start to
I didn't
depart,
say that, Renee. That was Dow.
I'm like obviously like
as you begin to depart, you the last leading words you hear between the two behind the door is one telling the other, "We went back there to that desk. There was a duck." And then that's all you hear.
Duck's duck. It must be the previous
A
mini
big
I was
duck.
gonna
He says,
use.
"A big duck." The other was like, "Oh." Like surprising. They paid no attention to anything in this entire room except for the big crates of meat that by the time you start going around the corner, you hear them smashing into.
Oh, I'm the furthest away, so I probably didn't catch that.
Right behind you, and I also didn't catch that.
I'll leave that to the people.
They
in
found a
front.
rubber duck.
Who cares?
Yeah, who cares?
they do.
You guys cared about reading the book, so I don't know what you're.
Look, information helps, Polaris.
We don't
was
need
trying-
information. We
At
need
least
to
we're
find
not
people.
popping
I was
balloons.
kind of trying to define
One balloon.
if we were
I
looking
popped
for a
one
body
balloon.
or not.
Just pop another, and you probably got some sort of plague.
I'm immune to plague.
Well,
It's just the no.
the rest of us are not. I'm gonna keep moving forward.
So where you are, who's in the front now? Is that
Dal.
okay? So now it's Dal
By the broken
with your
wall.
dark vision.
Yeah, 120 feet.
Right. So just to your left, you can see what looks like a carved opening in the wall that seems to be that was in the process of being framed out for a door. And you can go ahead and remove that. Just off to your left, remove that covering there. You'll see.
There's crates of stuff in there.
Yeah, inside you see crates. You see, I think the magpie might have saw.
Yes, the magpie saw those two.
Right, and so this it looks like a storage area. There's also inside that room you can see another carved into area in the wall that also looks like was being prepared for a frame door. If you want to go in further, or you can go down, continue going down the corridor you're on now, which moves off to the left.
I'll pop my head in and just do a quick scan. Do I see movement or anything, or is it just the crates?
This one?
In there, the second room. So
Whichever one I pass has the opening.
That's right here.
Yeah.
yeah, the first one has a bunch of crates and barrels that are just stacked against the wall. And if you want to move in to see, you can probably see a little bit the edges of barrels and crates in the other room as well. If you wanted to walk over and see it more clearly, what's inside you can.
All right. This looks like a storage space. Are we checking it out, or I don't see anything moving around?
Can I do a quick check for like blood on the ground or like any disturbance around, just to see if anyone went back there to hide or something?
In which area?
Like I think as he walked in, I poked in, or
This
he
one.
leaned in. I walked
into
in
the-
behind him,
into
so
that
there's
room?
the second.
Okay, sure. You
With
can go.
my-
You
with my
roll a
lantern.
perception.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure this is gonna go great. I roll good with dice.
Now, previously, you had seen a trail of blood leading up to the door that brought you into this whole area, but you didn't really follow that or pay attention to
didn't we
which way
find
it
a-
went in the darkness. Here, you don't see anything
Find a body?
unusual on the floor. No blood or anything.
16 just to grok anything.
Yeah, no, not in that chamber that you're looking in.
The working man inside me really wants to see what's in these crates, but on the other hand, we're
Me
on
too.
our employer's property, so that's probably not the moral thing to do.
But
Some of
reading
them-
books is fine.
Yeah, remember, it's fine.
Let me look and see if any of them are actually marked.
Are you going in, or are you just gonna stand there in the hall peeking?
I'm just checking. Why are you
I'll-
being so impatient today?
There you
Because
go.
we got dead people to find.
I'll lean
They ain't
in.
getting any
You
deader.
don't know that he's dead.
Oh, your friend's dead.
Blair's.
I'll say rights over him or something if you want, or put him on my boot. I've got a nice spike on my boot if
I-
he's got your size skull.
Just looking at this
Well, I
back and
could-
like,
How come you always act this way when Twig is around?
Because I'm trying to impress her. I like her.
Oh, well, at least you're not.
I felt that eye roll in it as well.
I'll fuck it. I'll like get in the room.
With that roll, though, I will tell you this, Virgo.
Uh-oh.
You do note that some of the writing on these barrels and crates in this first chamber match a lot of the inventory items that you were seeing on that ledger, at the last page of the ledger. You know, ales and dark mead and things like that. It looks like that is some of the recently brought in stuff. And then, of course, there's more around the corner that you can't quite see clearly yet.
So then I go back a few pages in the ledger just to see if there's any, like, I know to look for words that say like animal, or I just look for anything that sounds
Or
like
you check
it's,
the gold piece worth.
yeah, I'm like looking along the gold piece worth on that side of the ledger, assuming that if that's more recent, then that's less recent.
A continuation of, different supplies, foodstuffs, and things like that. And the pages leading up to that, but nothing about animals or creatures or monsters. But again, there's
Do you see anything?
at
with
least
the
a couple
fire
hundred
giant?
pages that you haven't looked at.
And then nothing that's
Say
like
fire
for
giant?
5,000 gold.
Not in the preceding immediate pages, no.
Okay.
Should we just carry on?
Yeah.
All right.
Keep on
All right,
keeping on.
moving.
Okay.
I'm just gonna move one until you tell us we need to stop, and then
Okay.
I'll fill the rest in behind it.
You're going around
There.
the loop.
Yep.
I am. Yep.
Going around the loop.
Yeah, you see that it is continually worked through this entire corridor, and that there are spaces that kind of look like they may be expanded out in different areas, but that hasn't taken place yet.
Oops.
You come across another stack of
It's
crates.
clumsy.
These look a bit disheveled, but they're all intact as far as you can tell. However, there is one crate. Well, I don't know. Roll
One
perception if you want to look at them closer, or investigation if you want to
Oh,
handle it.
19 on my perception.
16.
I'm in back. I don't see shit.
I stared at my lantern.
Wait,
Sorry, it's a
investigation or
21 on
perception?
perception.
Investigation or perception?
Well, investigation only if you're handling anything.
Nope.
If you're
Dal's
just
going
looking,
first. He got a 21.
21.
I'm reading the ledger.
Okay.
My one eye is super active right now.
Yeah. See, I'm reading the ledger.
Yeah, so what you note is there is one barrel that has just a slight crack in it, but there are spiders running in and out. Looks like they're collecting food, and then moving off into a hole in the, somewhere beyond where you can't see, probably in the side of the cavern somewhere, a fissure in the cavern that you can't see. But there's a lot of movement of big spiders.
Big. This big?
Yeah, they're easily
shit,
about
that's
that
changes
size.
things.
Yeah, I mean they're moving in and out of there. And they're
Legs,
like,
their bodies are only probably that.
and
Like
you
bird
see
spiders?
they look like, I mean, it looks like a good swarm of them moving in and out of this one particular crate,
Yeah.
carrying
Are they-
some sort of food.
As I'm passing by, are they giving me any?
They're intent on their food.
All right.
Yeah.
Is that here?
Yes, in that corner. Yep, exactly.
Does it smell like anything specifically? Dead head in a box.
She's got a cat nose.
Big man.
Roll
can I
a
hop on
perception
the
just for level of detail. You can.
Are you
I mean,
scared?
it's not.
show? Of spiders, yes.
All right
14.
then.
What would you roll?
14.
14. It's kind of a sweet smell. And you can see that you're right up front there with him, right? You're like there, yeah. So you can probably see what these little spiders seem to be carrying out is chunks of something larger that have been taken or being taken out, but they don't look like whatever they're taking didn't look wet. It looks dry, but it's kind of a sweet smell, almost like not syrupy sweet, but almost like a doughy sweet.
I don't think it's a head.
There's spiders.
I'm just gonna point my sword. Everybody, watch out on your right.
Me with my natural one in perception is walking and reading at the same time.
I'm on his shoulders.
All right, so then the next, let's see, how far are you going to go up?
Yeah,
Keep
look what I
going down
got.
until there's another opening.
Okay.
What? Careful! Stop! God,
The roof ain't that high. Be careful.
I have bad knees.
Well, he ain't that tall, so.
How far did they bend? Do no did they bend different?
Shut. We don't know what's around every corner.
Don't worry, they already know we're coming.
Yeah, probably this way.
So this, when you get about to that point, you can kind of hear this drip, 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 drip of water, like dripping from a higher altitude and maybe falling into a puddle that is made or something like that. And another door in the process of making, basically just a carved opening. You can remove that.
Yep.
And inside, it's a very bizarre chamber. It looks like probably most recently worked of all these places that you've seen here, as it's tilted to one side. It's not completely flat. It hasn't been worked to that level. And there's still stalagmites and stalactites from the ceiling and the floor, and some of them meet in these knobby columns in between around the room. And near the center of the room, and this is a larger room than the other small chambers you've seen in here, in this area, is like a pit.
No, we gotta check that out. I'm gonna walk into that room. We got a pit over here.
1 second.
Pit monsters live in
Before you
pits.
walk
So
in,
do corpses being hidden.
yeah, can I have my bird with lantern just fly up to the top of the ceiling and fly across to see if the bird can see if there's anything in the pit before we enter the room?
Yeah, sure.
Cool, then that's,
If that's it. So is everybody halting for that?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Gross is the
Yeah.
So Figure looks up from his from the book, from the ledger.
Yeah, because you stop and I run
Yeah.
face first into you.
Yep.
See the birds.
And sends the magpie. And now you're seeing through the lights, or
Yeah,
you can do that?
I can do that.
Okay, just making sure.
Tentacle whips up, grabs the bird.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Names
Yeah.
it down immediately.
It's a Sarlacc pit.
I do have an idea if you don't want to sacrifice your bird.
Okay.
Well, actually,
I have an idea.
my,
Has the bird left yet or not?
Not yet.
The bird is trying to leave, but it's flying in a circle at the entrance, so waiting for someone else.
Hovering.
you should do it.
No, let's do it. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So the magpie carrying the lantern
Yep.
goes swooping in, and immediately as the magpie comes in, illuminated like a beacon, as it goes flying into this larger room, one of the, I don't know, fuck, is it stalagmite or stalactite that comes from the top?
T, the stalactite,
Tight
stick
top.
tight,
Got it.
and might
Comes
look like
streaking
mountains.
down from the top, trying to hit the magpie, incidentally, I'm sure, just by some bizarre coincidence, as he flies under, the stalactite comes streaking down, 17.
Yeah, that hits, I think. Let me just double check to make sure. I mean, I'm pretty sure it
Pierces the magpie,
It's gone.
it hits the ground, just flutters, pierced by what looks now like a fleshy looking stalagmite. You might know these as piercers. You've probably heard of these before. And it begins to it shatters the lantern.
My lantern!
It goes dark inside, and only those with dark vision can see this disgusting creature begin to devour the magpie.
As the lantern goes
Ay,
out,
ay, ay.
I draw
Is it on
a
the
vague
ceiling?
stick figure.
No, it's on the ground. It like pierced it, fell to the ground with the magpie, shattered the lantern.
Into the pit or on the ground?
And no, it like immediately as soon as
okay.
it came flying in.
Oh, the magpie, when it hit it, just poofed into like dust.
Oh, it's
a magic construct. It's,
Oh, okay, all right.
It's a fake-
Well, then that's
it's
what,
a fake
I thought it was an
creature.
animal.
I draw
No,
like
it-
a hangman stick figure and cast dancing lights. And there's now a humanoid light thing.
Does the
Well, you can't.
does the
yeah,
broken
you can see
lamp oil ignite and illuminate the room?
it. No, because it does shatter. Oil, whatever was left of it, goes everywhere.
because Ravik has a
There
thing
might be a
against
little
light
bit
sources.
of flame, but there's nothing combustible right there,
Oh, you're
other than since there's no magpie.
Think about this one.
And
dancing lights.
there's this very frustrated piercer now on the ground that it can't eat the magpie, that is just kind of like gazing around and beginning to just kind of slowly move toward the wall.
Is it ignoring us standing in the doorway?
It seems to be intent on heading to the wall, and it's moving slowly. It hadn't had a chance to move yet, but you can see that it's
What do you think they're doing up
preparing to
there?
move.
Kick it in the pit. Kick it in the pit.
I heard. Kick what in the pit? We
I'm-
can't see
I'm
anything.
miming with my person.
I-
All right, folks. There's a
Some kind of
yeah.
giant,
Sorry, Fig.
gross,
Yep, there's-
squirmy thing.
I'm gonna look in the pit. If anything happens to me, then we can rush in. But I think I can just look up and see if anything's about to fall.
You want light?
I don't need it.
Okay.
He's mad.
You gonna just step over the piercer?
I'm gonna like awkwardly.
It's actually pretty big. This thing's a medium monstrosity, so it's actually quite large. If you look at the little thing up and down, it would easily be half your size, half
Alright.
the size of a human, maybe a little larger.
I'm gonna step in lightly and see if it does anything, like takes notice of me or pays attention or anything.
Out of initiative, it's not. It's intent on moving toward the wall, and it seems like even though you're carrying the light source no, you're not carrying a light source. You're moving toward it. Obviously, it can see you.
Yeah.
Its head might kind of swivel toward you a little bit, but it seems a lot less provocative or threatening on the ground as slow as it's moving.
I think we can go past.
I'm just gonna peek in the pit real quick and see if our corpses are here. If not, I don't know if we really have to bother with these things, but I put my shield like this, watching the ceiling, making sure I'm not walking underneath any of them.
Well, there's a lot of stalactites up there,
Wait, a lot,
big
a lot.
and small. Yeah, I mean, the ceiling overhead is about 30 feet, 20 feet high, and there's just a whole bunch of them. This room has not been.
Impossible to walk without walking under one of them. Right?
Oh no, yeah, there's not likely. I mean, you could try. if
What do you
want
guys
to
think?
slow
Should we
the-
risk it?
I'll shoot it if it falls at you.
All right, whatever. I don't care at this point. I just want to look at the pit.
I don't know why.
I have a spell prepared to
I know.
shoot at a falling stalactite.
Okay. What is the spell that you're preparing?
Just fireball.
Okay. So
Tell us
preparing
we'll
that.
go alongside you.
So you'll have to kind of be in the doorway so you can
That's
see
okay.
through.
I'm right here.
I'm also at the, I'm
My
at the
humanoid
doorway.
light being is next to me.
All right, so
I'm the doorway grieving.
I'm taking the dodge action by holding my shield up as I'm walking in.
Okay.
And
All right.
I'm gonna try to run to the pit.
Okay.
I'm just moving everything.
Light and noise. You know what? Let me back up a second because I think that as you're preparing to go in, after the lantern has shattered, and we determined earlier that it was made of iron and glass, right? When you put it back together again, all night with your mending spells, if I recall, Figaro,
What
the lantern. So it would have made a pretty loud noise, flamed up for a moment from the oil that spilled out of it.
Oh yeah, big noise.
Yeah.
So
Smashing
at that
metal.
point, you hear this, even before you go in, there is this loud shrieking. It starts as kind of a whistle and then rises, and it just fills the entire cavern, and it's deafening, as loud as it gets, echoing out, shrieking from somewhere within the pit.
Maybe we shouldn't check out the pit.
I don't think you should look in that pit.
I don't
Yeah.
like that at all.
It doesn't sound like a human making the noise.
That's what I'm worried about.
It sounds
Where
a
is
lot
this
more
thing?
high-pitched and shrill than
What?
any human voice could make.
Oh, the piercer?
Yeah, where's that little thing?
Probably up next to the wall, climbing.
Yeah, he's moving like 5 feet around. So he's starting to crawl up the wall
Like an
again.
inchworm in it?
Yeah, so it's gonna take him 4 or 5 rounds to get to the ceiling again.
So imagine there's like the shrieking noise, and then there's just a beat where we're all silent. All right, well, should we carry on?
And it continues. It's continuing.
All right,
and,
yeah. I can't deal with that. All right.
Are you scared?
You want to take point, Polaris? We'll keep moving.
I'm not going in there.
No, I'm down the hall.
All right.
Let's throw the door from the pit, the dead one.
Did we bring the body?
Are you
Just
carrying
around
more?
it's just around the corner.
No.
We still have to walk up to it.
I'm just relieved I didn't get thrown in the
So I guess we're walking. We get back to the door where we started.
Okay, you wanna? Yes. There's nothing else of any particular interest as you move forward, and back to the way that you came in.
Okay. I think we're done. Pretty small menagerie.
I want to
There's
refund.
that other half.
There's another hallway that way.
There's no other hallway. We walked down here. We saw the cake.
There was a double
Another
door by
door,
the
yeah.
bathrooms.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Was there?
I mean, I only noticed it from when I was strategically cowering behind the bar. But
Did you see another door, Dal?
I wasn't paying attention. I was more worried about the shit hydrant.
We have to go that way to leave anyway. We can find out.
Did you
All
think there's
right.
a bar?
There is a bar. It's where I got the wine. You passed it on your way here.
And the
You heading
meat's
back
great.
to the
guess
the
we're-
central area where you first came in?
I reckon.
Okay, so you pass the troglodyte area. The stench is just almost overwhelming as you go by, and then as you enter back into that common area, that concession area,
Yeah.
thump, thump, thump on the door. You can still hear it
What
on
did
the
we
bathroom
board
door.
that with again?
Chairs.
Chairs,
Chairs.
yeah.
Stuff.
Just basically, lodge the chairs.
We
in
open
front
Can
of
I
it.
go get another bottle of wine from the bar?
There's a few of them there. There's a whole
like to
case
go-
of them.
I'd like to
It's
go
like,
grab
like
another bottle
18
of
of them
wine
right
from the
there.
bar.
is there like there's a bottle of ale?
There is. There's a whole cask of ale
It's
that
not for
has
drinking.
been tapped.
Do you think that's the same monster we fought before?
Probably. I don't know how it grew its head back, but I would guess.
I think it had a head on each end of it. Like one head on its head and one head on its butt.
I
Like
don't even know
cat
what
dog.
You through the
kind of
toilets.
Ouroboros bullshit is that.
You guys have actually been gone for a little while. So I'll say as you enter, you hear that thumping, but from the other door, there is the sinewy head of the dragon-like creature has come out of the door and is attempting to move some of the debris and chair.
Is it like
it's on a
throwing
neck?
a new
on a long
body
neck.
on, out of the
Yeah, it's
back
like
of
on
it?
a long, sinewy
Ew.
neck.
Hey, Dal, look at that.
Yeah, it's a shit snake.
What the heck is that?
Shit snake.
It lives in a
Do
Do we
toilet.
kill it?
Gross.
Someone shove it behind a door and then we'll block it with chairs again.
Well, we did kill it once. We cut off its head.
I
Cut
probably
off
had
a
two
head.
heads.
Yeah.
Let's
What
just
if,
cut off the
what
other
if
one
we
and be
kill
done.
it with fire or something?
We can't kill them all.
Well, if cutting off its head doesn't kill it, I'm pretty sure a little burn's not
Some
going to kill
things
it.
die more to magic than...
It looks like he might. This is powerful jaws of a big creature. It might have that way cleared within a couple more rounds.
All right, we better take care of
Gonna
that. then.
cut his head
That
off.
was probably a hint.
Yeah.
I mean, he right now that's what you see as you first enter.
It's clearing the other door.
Yeah,
Yeah.
clearing the other door.
To let the
So-
other head out.
Yeah, no, yeah.
How'd you
just
chop its head
making
off
sure.
last time?
With a sword.
Even though we don't think it'll kill it, do we care if I do something?
No, go magic it.
I'd firebolt it.
You firebolted from
Yeah.
where you are? Okay, all right. Any other range going on at this point?
Let's see.
Fellows will take a firebolt as well.
Okay.
It's in range. I'll throw a card and then strategically make my way to the bar.
Okay.
I'm going to watch.
23.
Yeah, 23 hits.
Does 16 hit?
16 also hits. I'm pretty sure. Let me double check.
I miss.
4 points of fire.
10 points of fire damage.
Okay.
Fellows gives you a smack.
I miss.
Okay, so 14 points between the two of you from the fire bolts And so the creature is, I mean, it knows you're there. It's aware as you come clunking through the door, as it's in the process of moving. So if you hit it with a couple fire bolts, we're going to go ahead and go into initiative. And it survives the scalding, but it's the scaly skin has definitely been, damaged.
Oof. That's not good.
And he seems to be like the one that you hit is just thrashing its head at this point,
Yes.
from the pain of the fire. So, okay. All right. Anybody roll over 20?
Fellows got a 20 on the dot.
Fellas, what the hell?
Fellows? Okay. Over 15?
Jacket.
16.
Okay. For Figaro? Okay. Over 10.
13 for Dal.
Oh,
Down.
cool. So I have to roll for Renee.
Oh shit.
Renee got a 20 as well.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
Renee
I
has
forgot
the
about
higher
our
dex.
people. Throw Tubbsy at 21.
Okay. So Tubbs.
So it's Tubbs, Renee, Fellows.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I got.
I forgot about our people.
Okay. Anybody else above 10? Renee, Twig, above 5?
9.
9 for Pipley.
7 for Twig and 6 for Wob.
Oh.
What about Polaris?
Remember I said I was watching?
Oh yes, you're watching this whole
4.
thing go down.
I rolled a 4.
Okay. You're literally watching, at least for the moment. Okay, so what's Tubbs gonna do after this thing just took fire?
I mean, seeing everyone go
bolts?
for it, he'll shoot it with a crossbow.
Okay.
22.
22 hits.
Hell yeah. Oh my god. Oh, I have 1/6. For 3 points of piercing damage.
Okay, so with the bolt going into it, kind of shattering through its head, you see it drop onto the ground immediately, but the neck starts to slowly pull it back. Now, it hasn't gone anywhere yet in this
Good
round,
shot, man. I
but
don't
it's
know how that
attempting
got
to
us here.
start to retract it back, but the head is definitely seems to be limp. Okay. Renee?
Thought you were gonna magic it.
I tried, but I didn't kill it in the process.
As the shit snake is making its way, Renee's she's gonna run forward and start. Is the head slowly retracting?
Yeah, it hasn't moved in this round yet, but it's what it's doing. It's what it's preparing to do. So,
Then she's going to. Can she hold her? I want to say get up to here and then hold her action to shove a chair against the door once the shit snake is in the bathroom.
yeah, you can hold your action to.
Cool.
Yep.
Then that is what Renee will
To
do.
put more.
To barricade
yeah.
this side.
Okay, fellows.
Fellows doesn't know what else to do, so he'll take another firebolt at it as it's retreating and miss
Okay.
wildly.
Okay. How wildly?
Y'all should cut
Not
that off.
one. It was a
Okay.
6.
Figaro.
Figaro is kind of done with today, so he's just gonna grab a card. He's gonna do his one thing that he does, and he's gonna try and hit a snake with the card.
Okay. All right. Hit the neck. Go ahead.
Oh, and he's gonna hit this time. That is a 20.
Yeah, definitely hits.
Cool. And I think is Renee actually within 5 feet of the shit snake? I don't know because we didn't put him. I put her here, and probably not.
Well, you were
didn't-
holding an action, which means you probably didn't want to engage.
So then no, then it does 4 damage.
Okay. So that's 4 damage. The card gets stuck in the mass of the scaly mass of the dead limp head. Still retracting back. Anything else from Figaro?
He's gonna get a mug and start filling up.
Okay. All right. Free action mug fill. Dal.
Doll's gonna run up, and I can make it all the way to the door. I'll.
Yep.
How far retracted is it? Is it all?
It had it's as a matter of fact, it's preparing. Its move is next, so it's
You said it hadn't moved.
It's moving.
yet.
Yeah.
Ready in action to close the door behind it. Well, you said, is Renee closing the door or
Just for my own
barricading it?
brain.
Barricading.
This one's still
All
getting
right, so already in action
it
to
was
close the door
clearing
behind
it, and now it's going back. to
Yes,
this one.
exactly.
Okay, all right.
The other one hasn't come out yet.
No, yes.
Hasn't been able to.
Honestly, probably.
So you're going to ready in action to close the door?
Yeah, right behind it.
All right, so its turn. The neck pulls it back. Just the head is obviously dead, just flopping around as it moves it back. And you're able to slam the door shut. And Renee is able to throw another chair in front of the door that looked like it was pretty close to being shoved open. But looks like you probably took care of it with that. So we're going to go out of initiative at this point.
Yeah, we're just gonna re-barricade these
Why
doors.
did you guys not cut that off?
Why would we? We're
We
not supposed
need
to
to-
kill them.
We're supposed to keep as many alive as we can.
This guy is paying us. I mean,
That's ridiculous.
why are we going out of our way to piss off our employer?
Because that thing tried to eat us last time.
Everything in here will try to eat us.
Then
given
we
a
need to
chance,
kill it.
except for the wimpy minotaur.
Let's go find a woolly mammoth.
Wait, you want one?
Yes, please.
So the banging continues on the one door as it did. Nothing on the other. You have both doors barricaded at this
Yeah,
point?
yeah, we're gonna
Okay.
take our time and make sure they're fully barricaded. this
Okay, I'll give you
Every-
that.
Tables.
I've never killed a woolly mammoth before.
So just as a reminder of this room, it has a little concession stand that serves the ale, the pixie mug of ale, the peasant mug of ale, the jumbo mug of dark mead, and the little price next to it, monster burgers it advertises, a full tour for free. But more importantly, the door that you guys went through was the one with an arrow painted at the entrance that showed the profile of a sea serpent emblazoned upon it. And then there was a plaque on the other double doors that you did not go through that said, "This way to tremendous monster of gigantic proportions."
Sounds like a woolly mammoth.
That sounds
to me.
right. Yeah.
And then there was the way back up the stairs. And with all the noise you're making, you hear echoing from the top of this stairway. Is everyone all right?
We're
Not that I really
good.
care. You're not dead yet?
Found dead people.
Everything's fine. We're making our way back around.
How long are you gonna be? I've got stuff to do. This is a young lady.
2 more days.
For fuck's sakes, I'm not gonna be here for 2 days.
I can.
Well, neither are we.
I bought the key.
more hours.
You're not getting out.
Bye.
2 more hours? All right, 2 more. I'll stay 3.
Just
That's
sit
it.
there and do your job.
You just hear a huff. Something gets kicked.
The killer.
Something gets
She
kicked.
locks us in.
You hear a squeak. Okay. Yeah, she's got the key. The padlocked door.
All right.
Not important.
Yeah, so then you have that double door ahead of you.
My dancing light man will start walking through the door.
Will you open it too?
Shit.
Polaris will
What
lead the
dancing
way.
light man are you talking about?
I got dancing lights. It can take the form of a humanoid.
Oh, that's right. Yes, but can you move it around like that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
same like
For how long?
It's a humanoid. It's a
Cantrip.
an hour, I think.
I know. For a cantrip, you can move it around that long?
Oh,
for
is it
now?
1 minute? Well, you can keep casting it. It's 1 minute.
Yeah.
casting time, 1 action, duration 1 minute, but it's a cantrip.
Okay, so 1 minute. So it's probably like well.
I'll just keep.
Oh, you
reading.
want to keep doing it?
casting.
Okay.
Every 10
all right.
minutes, every 10
Okay.
rounds, there is.
And it's a range of 120 feet, so you can just kind of.
Okay. All right, so it's just
Like
right,
you
like
did.
walking next to you?
It's very vague. It's kind of like. just kind of doing that.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
It's like aliens on TV
yeah.
shows where they just have like the.
So as you open the door, the double doors, you can see ahead of you darkness, rough-hewn corridor that leads into
Lead me.
further darkness,
Put me in.
Well, sort of. We can. The first thing we see is the light man walking down the hallway.
illuminating the sides. The corridor kind of curves away, and there's a few more crates on the left-hand side, further about 20 feet further in. But even before you get there, you can see that there is a plaque mounted on the wall, and it has words on it.
What's it say?
As you gather up into, you can see it says 50 feet, the terrible monster of gigantic proportions.
That's a terrible name.
TMGP.
That's a terrible.
That poor woolly mammoth. I think it's misunderstood.
And the corridor curves away into the direction, and that's where we're gonna go ahead and take our break now, before we get into anything with terrible monsters of gigantic proportions that might take us
Might be a different monster.
beyond the break.
Why would there be a
You in
sea
just a
serpent logo on the door?
Could be Tarath.
If it was a mammoth.
For the ship.
The thing in the toilets is that
That thing in the toilet probably lived in that lake river we went to.
I don't
now
know. The
it's in
sea
the
serpent.
toilet.
I feel like it's the sea serpent.
Yeah.
do sea serpents regrow their heads and stuff?
Not to, I don't know of anything that regrows its head.
Well, a
might be
hydra regrows heads.
What's a hydra?
What I know of, I would know what that
We're
is.
level.
Those are
We're level
famous.
You're
3.
level 3. I mean,
I'm very studied. I've been to college.
you can roll history. You can roll history on that.
I went to the university.
Hydras are not that common, even in mythology.
Natural one.
Natural
I don't know
one.
what I'm
Yeah, you
talking
made that up. I called
about.
it
Last night, and I
Yeah.
just
Keep your fever dreams to yourself.
Name for a monster too.
The
Hydra.
Hydrangeas.
Then the dude drink all the water.
me.
Oh no, the hydrate.
And
That's
with
why I
that,
like
we'll,
shit water.
we'll take our break. So see you guys in a few minutes. Welcome back, everyone, as we go into part 2 of part 2. Delving into the darkness where the monstrous, gigantic, terrible creature of huge proportions or whatnot is supposedly only 50 feet away in the darkness. So is
The mouse is
the gnome leading the way?
Polaris is leading the way.
Okay, so Polaris
With
is
his
getting up
shield.
front. All right, so
Light.
Gnome should never be leading the way. Nope.
all right. I think I'm gonna go with a different angle.
Don't want to throw that door through the pit.
Yeah.
Let's see.
There we are.
All
Hey, look,
right.
that's me.
Yeah, there you are, right there, right up front. Okay, so as you come around the corner, you can't see the open doorway yet, but as you come around the corner, you notice that the cavern widens out quite significantly. A few things are happening at the same time as you come around. You can see with your light what appears to be an enclosed area that dominates the western portion of this large open wide cavern, and there's a wide trail of blood that leads from the enclosure to a door on the north wall that you can't see further away. The first thing that comes to your ears is this chomping sound, like a really just slurping, chomping sound, messy, rending sound coming from that enclosed area.
I'll turn back and whisper to
Okay.
them, blood on the ground, and I can hear something eating.
And as your light kind of illuminates the area, you can see two figures huddled against a huge mass of bones, fur, torn sinew, and blood, making these as the source of these loud, wet, chomping sounds. And they slowly turn to stare
Is that the two minotaurs?
at your approach with dead black eyes. No, they're not minotaurs, but go ahead and remove the
Did they
thing
eat the
there.
boy
Which
man?
one?
Like
Which
the one in
sir?
the stone circle.
No, the one directly ahead of you.
Stone circle.
Upper left corner?
Yeah, because that is only about 6 feet high.
Okay.
So it
It's
looks like it would be
it's a very-
challenging to climb over.
How far does your light go?
Oh, that is a big puddle.
Pretty far.
Yeah, so what you see there are the fur, the blood, the remnants of
looks
something
Trust us,
huge.
people. There is something there.
Something huge
They
Oh.
mammoth.
was there. Whoops.
Yes.
And is currently being consumed by, oddly enough,
No.
it's almost like
Land shark?
you read.
No fucking way. Get the fuck out of here.
Is that what you said? Did you just say land shark?
Yes.
It
look
was
at
just
it.
a Saturday Night Live.
I know.
And
I
that's
know.
why they knew what land sharks were. Because they were saying, I didn't know they could talk.
There you go. Congratulations.
That's fucking funny.
You were right with
Ridiculous.
premonition in that type of word.
Thank
You were
you.
correct.
Thank you.
But
It's all coming
People
together.
are awake.
God, it's insane.
I was thinking it was Boulez when he said land
That's
shark.
hilarious.
You're a freaking.
What even
orc.
the fuck? Like
it?
where?
You're the real orc.
I know. That's an original
That's weird.
D&D creature that for some reason disappeared, and now the land shark is known as the Boulez.
I was wondering why you sound so surprised. I was like, I know he's had to have seen that episode.
Yeah, I did.
He's
It
like,
just-
did you say land?
He starts like hiding his
I
screen.
didn't make it
He's like,
up.
What do you see something?
Like, I put the curtain up.
That's
so bizarrely.
I'm
That-
going to stop and whisper to them, trying to keep my eye on that. It's land sharks.
Your initiative
I made them up.
right now.
Oh,
'Cause their dead black eyes are staring at
Oh, they
Mr.
turned-
Light Source. Yeah.
Me.
Are we killing or not?
Oh no.
I think they're killing us.
Okay. This will be interestingly fun.
Draw a lot of conclusions about this.
Dal,
If we need a party name,
I'm gonna need you to big boy.
By the way, if we need a party
Want to
name,
do
land
any
shark.
boy?
The land sharks?
Good party name.
I think Twig has some sort of ability to
I'm
imagine.
not a land shark expert. I just made them up.
Well, you made them manifest.
Yeah, she conjured some.
Quick, make up $1 million.
Now, how far back can people even see my light? Like, Dal's outside of the doorway.
I know, I'm right behind you.
Yeah, I mean, your light's obviously pointing
Yeah.
forward, and there's that 6-foot wall between
What
you
did
and
you
them.
put the
These
NPCs?
guys. The
Oh.
NPCs have literally never moved, so we
Okay.
put them all
They're
in the back.
They can be behind me.
There's one more.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking
Oh yeah, I have
This
to
is
roll
our
for
wizard.
Wob.
They need to stay out of the
I'm your wizard.
Is that what you do?
Land shark.
I don't know.
Okay.
This staff
God
does.
damn, I rolled shit.
Dow is now convinced that Twig is some sort of what do they call those gods?
She's a witch.
A reality warper.
Everybody over 20.
Yes.
Yes.
Twig?
Twig.
Oh, wow.
The land shark expert is at 21.
Nice.
Also 21 for figure out.
Okay, who's
Where
got
did
the
my
better
character
decks?
sheet go?
Who's got a better deck?
I think it's bigger, all right?
14. Did you
14.
steal my character sheet?
Oh, it could be close.
What,
Figure out what's
mine
your
is
deck.
16. What's your
Sorry.
deck?
You win.
Cool.
Okay, so Figaro first,
Yeah.
and then Twig. Anybody over 15? No? Oh my God, anybody over 10?
11.
Wob is 12.
Tubbsy got a 13.
Okay, so Tubbs 13,
Uh,
and then Wob, and then Polaris,
Yep.
and then
Okay.
Fellow's got an 11.
and then Fellows. All right, what the rest of you roll?
5.
5 for
5 as well, and he probably has a
three,
better dex.
3
Oh,
for
I
Three
wouldn't
for
be so
Renee.
sure.
Renee.
sir.
What's your dex?
13.
Mine's 10.
All right.
Okay, so it's
Renee goes last.
Pippy,
Pippy,
Pipley,
Dog.
and
Maybe
then
Longstocking
Doll.
over here.
Pipley Doll, and then Renee. Okay.
Oh, that's so funny to me.
Well, Polaris rolled a 10.
Well, 11.
Okay, and okay. All right, and Renee rolled. What did Dow roll?
Doll got a 5,
A 5. Okay.
but he's before Pipley. Or I'm
Okay.
sorry, Pipley's before Doll. Sorry, my bad.
Right.
Oh, that's
So-
why I don't think it should be highest deck. Because the higher decks actually rolled worse. So if it's a tie, I think it should be the base roll. Who actually rolled higher?
I think an argument can be made. I think
I just like making arguments.
I'm having a hard time
I was
switching
gonna say, I think. I don't know.
An argument can be made either way.
Okay. All right. So, really, only Polaris can see what is.
I'm right behind him.
If you're like literally right there, if you can see around the corner, but you're really short and you got a 6-foot wall ahead of you.
Yeah, that is true.
Now these creatures are they're a little bit taller than that, but they're back a little bit.
No, I get you.
So Polaris can see that these creatures look like sharks. It looks bizarre to him. Probably can't even see their legs yet, but they're kind of twisting toward you, and you know that whatever these things are, they're headed your way.
They're sharks.
Yeah.
They're sharks.
There's no water.
Why should we care?
What do you mean, sharks?
Do you know the fish with the big sharp teeth that eat people that people call sharks?
Yeah.
It's those.
Stay out of the water, dipshit.
I
They're
mean,
on the
those
land.
up.
What? What?
Is this how you want to spend the first round?
I don't know 11. I got nothing to do.
You got
I can't see it.
Figaro, what are you gonna do? You're way back there. You have no
Figaro
idea.
can't
You
see
just hear
shit.
shark. What the fuck shark?
So that's a 1, 2.
It's like you're like difficult terrain through everyone you go through.
Yeah, that'd be like 1, 2, like 3, 4.
Do I
I can
count?
get up to, like,
Difficult
here.
terrain?
All right, so you can look, peer around and see these shapes, and they haven't moved yet, but you can tell they're heading your direction. That's it for Figaro.
Figaro goes and taps Polaris on the back and says, "You got this," and then hides behind the corner.
I'm just gonna try and stand in the middle of the hallway and make a choke point, I guess.
I guess.
Let me just roll to hide out of
Okay.
sight with my bonus action.
Okay. Yep.
Hey, I did a good roll this time.
You were hiding. You were back there out of sight.
I was, but now I'm up front where I could actually hit something.
I would actually give you advantage on that if you didn't feel like.
Oh, I'll take the advantage.
Because there's
but
a
I
6-foot
got it.
wall and you're right at the corner, so.
Cool, that was a fucking. What's my
I'm bleeding
stealth? I'm
Why are
not
you bleeding?
proficient in stealth.
because I have
Is that
HP
time of the
damage.
month?
That's it.
Oh.
I got 2 17s in a row.
All right. So that's pretty good. Tub.
So that's a
No.
21.
21. Okay.
Are they a
Yeah,
mile
you feel like
away?
you're pretty well.
20, sorry.
Sorry. After Figaro is Twig.
If I
You're
can,
back there too, aren't you?
If I can peek around
Oh, yeah, there you
Polaris, I'll try casting repelling blast.
Are you that close to him?
Am I within?
I don't even.
You're about 10 feet away from Polaris.
The person that's over there is supposed to be moving you up, but he's not paying attention.
I'm sorry. Where can I put you?
Cat girl.
Oh. Am I moving Cat Girl or am I putting him in your Cat Girl?
I need just enough room to peek around into that room.
Yes, I am.
Is there a space for her to sit there? Is there?
There is,
Maybe she climbs on those crates.
because if,
Okay,
if
all
everyone
right.
is here in these
Yep.
squares,
So then you're going to be able to see around him, kind of peek around Polaris. What you'll basically, how tall is Twig?
She's 5. Where she's a medium, small medium-ish creature.
Okay, but but is she specifically over 6 feet?
No.
Okay, then what you see is a 6-foot wall, 6-foot high wall, and probably
Dorsal
a
fin.
dorsal fin, maybe,
Just-
kind of peeking above it. And
Even if she's on those crates.
oh yeah, if you're on the crates, yeah, then you would see the top of a shark. I presume maybe that there's water underneath it. You may not realize that it has legs at this point. Although Blair seems oddly stunned and shocked.
We're all about to be.
Yeah, so she would still try repelling blast
Okay,
from that vantage point.
all right.
At my 20.
And that's an attack roll?
Yes.
Okay.
What happened to not killing anything?
They're chomping
it's
on
true, they
that
are
woolly
behind
mammoth.
the wall.
Well,
Oh, wait, but they
24.
got in
That's
there, so they could
24.
definitely-
Wow, 24 is good, even with their cover. You hit.
I forget what my damage is here. 1d10.
And is that force?
Repelling
Force,
blast,
yeah.
yes.
Which one is the 10? I forgot again. Or this one. That's 9 plus 3 is 12. And then shoves 10 feet backward.
Okay, so probably the one in front. Shoving it 10 feet back. You see the thing just kind of dip. So you can't see it for a moment as it is shoved back. Not sure. It doesn't make a lot of kind of a grunting noise when you hit it. And you can see that it kind of tears through it a bit. That you've done some serious damage to it. Total, you said 9?
9 plus 3, 12.
Oh, 12. Okay, got it. All right. But you can't really see it after it's been pushed back.
I hit it.
You did.
I did some damage.
Is that it for Twig?
It's a shark thing. That's it for Twig.
Tub. What's Tub gonna do?
Oh God.
Well, Tub's all the way back here.
Yeah,
He's
I
gonna-
mean,
What, are you gonna keep rolling dice back here? With the dice game?
honestly, I think I'm gonna leave Tubbs right where he is because I'm not trying to crowd this hallway
Okay.
for just 7 people.
Was the hallway 10 feet wide there? So we can fit side by side?
If
And I'll bring him in
it,
the back.
it does narrow where you're standing,
Okay.
with some marginal space on it, but not a full space.
Gotcha.
But there are spaces back there that are. If you can get at least half the space, then you can call that
I'll
out.
move him in, but I'm
Yeah.
not gonna have him try to push his way to the front.
Right.
What's it for Wob? Or Tubbs?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's gonna bring up
Land shark.
the land shark that Twig just nailed.
That's this one.
Now you watch as this bloody, angry mass comes rushing forward. You see, okay, rushing forward, bounds on top
Oh, good, great.
of the ledge, and can only get here. Now the whole top of it is just a bloody mass.
just
The
saved
force
your
being
life.
ripped into it, and it goes running and bounding up on top. You see these massive muscular legs. It's kind of like a raptor, but shark.
Fucking terrifying.
I was gonna say that's
So is it in the part where it narrows with
I'm
me?
looking at
Not yet. It's still got. You're still 5 feet between you and it.
Okay.
So it's just out of reach. You have to move up
no
to hit it. But it's gone as far as it can go, unless it uses. No, it's not gonna. It's gonna stop. It's not gonna use its action. So it's gonna be it for that. Wob.
That's what it looks like, Pipley.
Wob. Wobble. If there's room.
Wob's way back there.
yeah.
Yeah, no wobble to stay with the other NPCs.
Yeah.
The NPCs are
Okay. And okay, that's interesting. After Wob, you hear this scraping of like nails, talons on stone, and just off to the right.
Oh, they're about to have their own encounter.
Through the doorway comes another one. Just chunk, chunk, chunk.
Oh, that way.
Seeing what is going on, being attracted by the noise and the screech of its mate, is able to move all the way up here into the spot. So he's going to make an attack on Polaris.
Alrighty.
Now,
That's gonna hurt.
let's see. 17.
No.
Okay, so it's trying to bite you. 17 didn't hit? Okay, so it's trying to bite you, and it just hits the shield.
I think it's 10 plus your crit.
And it only has one attack, so that's it. That's all it gets. As it just glares angrily with these dead black eyes. And that's going to bring you up, Polaris. You're next.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. All right, I'm gonna swing my axe down at this thing that's biting my shield, because I don't like it biting my shield. Ooh, sweet.
Just for shits and giggles.
Accident.
What do you mean? Just
I was going to see if it actually latched onto the lantern.
I thought you were gonna be like, I was just
but it missed. It didn't hit
5
it.
more landmarks were gonna show up.
Dirty 20.
30, 20. Okay, you hit. You hit the creature. Now, this is the not the wounded one.
Right.
Okay.
7 points.
7 points. Okay, so it takes the blow. Kind of staggers a bit, but he's still up. Is that it for Polaris?
Yes, that is it, because
All right, so
I'm
that's
surprised and haven't played this character in a couple of weeks, and I'm like, what am I able to do again?
going to bring up Fellows.
Fellows. So what's going on?
Sharks!
I can't see anything. It's too dark.
It's sharks.
I will watch the beer.
As it should be. Should be no dark vision in D&D.
He's
Okay,
a dancing light guy, though.
There's
Pipley.
a dancing humanoid.
Oh yeah, there is. Next to Pipley illuminating his...
Yeah. Fellows said what he said.
He's just doing this right now.
What's Pipley going to do?
Oh shit.
Dance with his fireman?
Would you even let me take a shot at anything? Because I'm really tiny.
Only if you can... Well, wait, you're a gnome.
Between
Yeah.
Polaris's legs.
So you don't actually take a movement disadvantage through a medium creature.
Well, that's
small,
fine.
right?
I'm not trying to get up
Wait,
there though.
wait,
I just
no.
mean like
There's specific small creatures that get that ability.
But isn't gnome one of
I
them?
don't
have
know.
that.
I don't think so.
my thing.
Okay,
I think it's goblins and then other ones. But
I thought it was
Either
any
way,
small.
if I were to stay where I am right now, right here,
do you have line of sight? If you have line of
I
sight
have line of sight of his back.
of his back,
Well, it's
Like,
through
that's what I
through
mean.
my leg.
Okay, yeah, if you'll let
or
me.
off to the side. I mean,
Sure.
I don't see.
So I'm right here, and this is the.
Oh, yeah, he'll have some cover, but yeah, you can make an attack.
All right, man. I'm gonna swing my staff 3 times and do magic missile.
Oh, magic missile's definitely gonna hit.
That
Yeah.
auto hits.
No, I know, but I don't want to hit him on accident. However.
Why are you rolling?
Oh wait, yeah,
it?
you're right. Sorry. I don't do. All targeted at the one standing right in front of.
Okay, the one.
Yes.
All right, damage. How many bolts? 3.
3, 4, 8, 10, 13 points of force damage.
13 points of force damage.
That wasn't bad.
Bursting into it. The thing staggers again. It looks like it's about to just collapse, but manages to stay on its 2 massive legs.
Finish it off!
But yeah, you look like you just wrecked the side of it. Is that it for Pipley? Pipley?
Yeah, that's it.
you can only move through a hostile creature space if it's 2 size categories larger or smaller.
But that
But I thought gnome had a. I thought gnome had a
friendly space.
specific.
Oh, if it's a friendly space, anybody can move through anybody's.
Yeah, but it's a.
no, but what he's
difficult
saying is
terrain.
it's not difficult terrain. if
Yeah, I
it's
thought the
small.
gnomes had a special ability, but that's whatever. No big deal. Okay, so is that it for Pipley?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, so these things don't really growl or make noises, but I guess if they have legs, they ought to be able to. Rod, you kind of hear this from
Why would he
the
roar?
right,
Right.
rather than the
17
left,
more.
where you know there's another one. You kind of hear the nails on the floor moving quicker and quicker. You have a splashing sound and before you hear the nails on the floor, and then kind of hissing as something is moving forward in that room. And then that's going to bring up Dahl with Renee on deck.
What's going on up there? I heard sharks.
Sharks is right.
Land sharks.
Twig, what did you do?
I made them up.
25, 30.
You
I
made
can
them real.
just make it to the square right next to Polaris,
Okay.
which is what I'm gonna do. Up one, diagonal, right next to Polaris.
I understand now. There you go.
Right in there. Okay.
Looking around, I want to turn big, but there's not enough space here.
God.
Yeah, just get TPK as he gets big and just splatters everybody against the wall.
Very small. Technically, I can do it without changing size categories, but I'll keep it in my pocket for now.
Oh, interesting. That's
I
pretty
just
cool.
bulk up.
Yeah, no, that's pretty cool.
I'm gonna go ahead and
Really?
slash at him.
Okay.
Does a not very good hit.
Are you in a direct?
where's
Yeah,
my-
you don't have Polaris is not between you and him, right? Anyway.
No, we're side by side.
Okay, got it.
Longsword plus 5, so 12 probably.
You hit.
It does hit.
Yeah,
Well, thank
you
you.
managed to hit since he has no cover.
And that is going to be 11 points of slashing damage.
11 points with your.
Longsword.
Okay, all right. You slice through him, blood just spattering everywhere. How do you want to kill it?
It's dead? Oh,
Yeah.
shit. I'm going to say, as it's like fairly snapping, I'm going to find an opening and just sort of slash up right through its mouth into its brain, draw my sword out.
His brains are in his toes. But that's all right. He's dead.
Or whatever mass is there.
The hell?
It's a big rock. No, yeah. So you just put this thing down as it just
Save your life.
drops on these powerful legs, flopping around like a fish.
I started him.
It is a fish.
We're
Yeah.
still not even.
It's a land fish.
And Twig, if I ever offended you, I'm sorry in advance. I did not know you could warp reality.
But that's okay, neither did I.
And that brings up Renee.
Renee's gonna take a cup a cup and some dice. She's rolling them, and then she puts it on the ground. She
Playing
lifts it.
Yahtzee?
Yeah. I mean, we're fucking around out here. So then she puts the dice back in the cup. She passes it to you, Tubbs.
All right.
That's Renee's turn.
Okay, so somehow I missed that round with the very first shark.
That's okay.
So he's going to enter the fray at this point. The second one bounding up.
He's at the end of initiative. He's the last one to go.
He's actually the first.
Well, same
Yeah, he
thing.
is right up here on top of his previous
Difficult terrain.
friend. And no, these guys have a climb ability.
Oh God.
Well, not like a spider, but
I was going to say, I'm trying to picture that.
just like
I'm dead
up
next turn.
inclines and
Saying, 'cause I-
jumping over. That's what. Anyway, he's right up there at Dahl. He's gonna strike at you with his massive jaws.
That's all right.
Fuck. Wow.
I like that sound.
Yeah, but I don't think a 10's gonna hit you, is it?
No.
No, I didn't think so. So that takes care of his round, and that brings up
When I'm asleep.
Figaro.
Am I hidden from the shark that just bounded up?
As far as you know,
Does
you
do
had
I have-
20, right? So
I had 20.
he's not paying any attention to
Cool.
you.
Then I'm going to throw a card at him.
Okay, all right.
That means I have.
You try to get a sneak attack?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
With
Yep.
advantage.
Yep.
This, and I'm also
From a
going
hidden
to do
position.
sharpshooter.
How does that?
I get -5 to attack.
Okay, but let me look at the cover. If there is a-
I ignore half and 3/4 cover.
Okay. All right, then that's irrelevant. Hey, she gets the -5 for sharpshooter.
It's a flat roll. that's a 3.
Oh God.
Then that's a 18.
Oh, you hit.
Okay, cool.
You hit.
That's 14 plus. Not my best.
Which one did you kill? Oh, this one.
Like 32.
32 points of damage?
Yeah,
Which one were you attacking?
the fresh one.
Oh, the fresh one. Of course, the fresh one. The one that just hopped up there
Yeah.
with a fucking card. Slitting,
Do I slit his throat?
slicing through shark skin
gill.
and cartilage and gills and brains. manage to put this thing down as it goes flopping on the ground as well.
Saved your
Damn.
life.
Good shot, Figaro. Goddamn.
And then bonus action hide again.
Fucking card.
I do one thing good,
I can try
and I
to save
fuck up everything else.
I can try.
I don't think you can hide if you're in plain sight.
Yeah, I was gonna try and like lead against.
Well, you can hide against things that don't see you.
Yes,
but,
that's okay.
Okay. All right. So
14. So.
okay, that's good to know.
Yeah, the one that's left is around the corner. He might not see you.
Twig, what's Twig gonna do? Tub on deck.
I think I still have line of sight onto the one that's kind of at the corner, right?
Yeah.
So that she's gonna
Yeah, he hasn't moved. He's still 5 feet away from Polaris.
Eldritch Blast again.
This was the first one that you hit.
That is 11.
11 with the Eldritch Blast
Yep.
Well, luckily you had already
through
hit it.
Polaris. Oh, you're kind of.
I'm up.
Yeah, you are elevated a little bit, so very little. But 11 still misses.
Well, that's all I got. Sorry, Polaris.
Burst of rocks from behind it. Okay, Tubbs.
Tubbs is just gonna stay in the back.
It's Tubbs' turn to play Yahtzee. It's his.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I'm rolling all sixes.
All right, it's a good thing you brought these guys along to
Well, it's only we use them, just not in the crowded space.
Yeah, it's pretty crap.
Yeah, but any other D&D party would have them all up front.
Oh sure. Yeah.
All right, so then that's going to bring up Land Shark, the original one that charged up there, is going to finish his charge. Get right in here.
You're gonna kill it.
Where was he here? So he's going to be right in this space. Going to attack Polaris.
Alrighty.
And he's by himself now, so no pack tactics.
Oh, there was pack tactics at play.
Just killed 5.
We just killed him too
A
fast.
5 does not hit.
5. So that's it for him with chagrin. He just kind of shrugs in a shark way.
Knock this one out.
Wob?
Bob is gonna go to the doorway and he's gonna go, "You got this!"
I'm gonna try.
And then he's gonna give a big thumbs up and then he's gonna go play some Yahtzee.
All right. So Polaris,
At
the
the
fellows on
empty
deck.
table left.
I'm gonna try swinging my axe at it again. I missed.
Yay. Was it a 1?
No, it was a 5.
Okay. All right. So that brings up fellows with Piddly on deck. Pipley. Keep saying
Fellows
Piddly.
is gonna bring up the idea of strip Yahtzee. Like he gets halfway through asking and then kind of side eyes Renee to see her reaction and you know what? Never mind. It wasn't a good idea.
Renee, who's been making
Tubbs
eyes
gives you a
at
glare.
Tubbs, she's like, oh, you want to play, honey?
Oh, yeah. These NPCs are really coming in handy. Pipley, what would you like to do? Strip Yahtzee or?
May I'm already pantsless. May I kind of go in between the two big guys and I want to stare at the land shark with my pitch black eyes.
Do you have a space to stand?
Do I?
If you don't, then you can attack, but then you got to move back.
No, that's fine. I just want to look at him dead in the eyes and make me a wisdom saving
You
throw.
see your reflection.
In the shark's eyes?
Yes.
Make me a wisdom saving
Big,
throw, please.
black, glossy eyes. Wisdom? This is like the 3rd natural one I've rolled.
So in that moment, the shark is incapacitated, speed is dropped, and he is charmed.
Is he?
Tie his legs up.
What have you done to him?
I just did hypnotic gaze.
Oh, hypnotic gaze, and so he's just standing there.
He's
incapacitated. Did he get a
Yep.
save at the end of every?
At the end of each turn.
Okay, got it.
Someone please tie his legs up. We can save one. It is our job. I understand we killed the others, but please,
We should get a
we
fucking
can give it a shot.
It's not a bad idea, and these things are kind of pansies anyway.
I can
Yeah, I
hold
mean-
this for a little bit.
All right.
Okay, so he's incapacitated. After you is the one that was coming from the room. Yeah, because he comes out and rolls around, charging. It's a half space, so we can get in there at Polaris, kind of just charging through.
I've already got one on me. Damn shark.
Incapacitated.
So I will read it to you.
No, I think
Pack
that.
tactics.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
that
I understand.
he's
So,
no longer a.
Normally, it usually kind of works like sneak attack. Like it's not harrowing it. It's not. It's just in its.
No, but you
space.
have to be. Yeah, I think you have to be I've ruled before that incapacitated characters cannot,
Yeah, that makes sense.
Impart.
Yeah.
because they're not. I think we even had a debate over that.
Dead.
So just a straight roll for him.
This group having a debate? No.
A 9 on Polaris, which isn't gonna hit.
We've been good for the last month.
Yeah.
I bet. Yeah. Yeah, I bet February, March, and April gonna be real good too. Okay, so he misses
Good.
to his chagrin, and that's gonna bring up Dahl with Renee on deck.
All right.
That one's not moving. It's easier to hit.
Well, we're gonna tie that one up. Let's just kill the one
Do you
that's
think there's any chance Polaris is going to stop in the middle of a battle to tie up a shark?
No, there's a
Oh no,
bite.
you stopped in the middle
I
of battle.
didn't think that another one
Tell
was
me
coming.
that.
I thought that thing was staying in the room
No,
over
that was
there, so I
mine.
took a chance.
Well, the one that you have hypnotized is injured.
Yeah, if I see
Well,
the
so I
gnome
didn't-
hypnotizing one clearly staring at it, it's standing there vacantly. I'm gonna
Or he's just staring with absolute rage and anger.
I'm gonna go for the one that's actively trying to bite my friend. That is gonna be a 19
19 hits,
for 13 points of damage.
13 points of damage. Okay, it's still up. Stagger him a little bit, but he's up.
That's all you can
Just
do.
as a note,
That's the max
for
damage.
that sake,
Yeah,
that
that's
they are visibly dazed.
Okay, so he's looking
It
at
is
visibly
obvious
dazed.
which one is.
Even Shark Eye, how can Shark Eyes look visibly dazed?
Well, I think it's more so he's just kind of doing this.
They have those little spirals.
Okay,
Little
yeah, little spirals.
Little land sharks running around his head.
I don't know. In the heat of battle, I don't think anybody's going to stop to look at that.
Okay, Dahl.
you, man.
Anything else?
That's it for Dow.
That brings up Renee.
I just think that would work in a bar.
See.
Oh, you bitch! I was almost winning.
Figaro, you're up with Twig on deck.
Cool. So the shark that just did a bite,
Mm-hmm.
would I be hidden from it?
Well, that's the one that just came in,
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
rolled a 14.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be aware of you. Seems intent on Polaris.
Yeah, you were hidden when it came in.
Well, it works so nice, I'll do it twice.
Now you're within 5 feet of it now, right?
No.
No?
Okay. But he does have cover. It looks like some cover.
That's
Unless-
nice. I ignored half and 3/4
Okay,
cover
are
because I'm
you-
a sharpshooter.
Okay, you're gonna use your sharpshooter again? Okay.
That's a passive.
No, but it's -5.
There's two versions of it.
Oh.
There's
There
two
is the
effects.
version that does
Oh, okay,
that, but
okay.
it's also just a passive.
But is the passive part
The
include
passive part is always ignore
passive part is
half and
ignore it's a
3/4
cover?
It's just the cover part.
The active part is -5 plus 10.
All right, so 2 good points for Figaro.
Hey, I have like no range and I chose the worst weapon.
Well, it's like a
A
dagger.
playing card.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see if I crit. I don't. I got 2 16s in a row.
That hits. Which one are you hitting? The one that the one that
The
just came
one that
around.
just
That's right. Yep.
I think the fresh one.
Well,
No, that one's dead.
not anymore. Dahl
The one that
wrecked
all
it.
hit, yeah.
Yep.
So that is 14 plus. Woo,
Definitely
yay!
dead.
14 plus 8.
22.
Is this the one that I have
Use
dated?
your numbers.
Equals land shark flopping around on the ground, dead. Okay. You should have like tripled these guys' hit points.
Got you again.
Yep. So
Or giving us boulets.
at this point, the only one that's alive is
Stupor.
the one that's
I'm
in
just-
hypnotic daze.
My
Unless
illusion-
Twig is going to attack it.
Now she's got rope. She's gonna tie it up.
You're going to tie it up?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
I mean, it
Yeah.
And
You
while
make
she's
this manifest,
while she's
you
doing
fix
it, she's like, "How did I do this?
So that is a good
don't
question because are you
understand.
just? I mean,
How I manifested them?
how are you going to do this? What are you going to tie up specifically?
Well, they have legs and arms, right?
Well, they have legs, no arms.
They don't have
pigs have
little
arms.
raptor arms.
Yeah, look at the little. They have fins for arms. Yeah. Oh no, sorry. No, I guess they have raptor arms.
I guess they ever. What a sentence.
like
I guess they
Yeah.
have
Yes, they
raptor
do.
arms.
She's gonna hog tie
Evolution.
it.
Just trump me.
Plus, for as long as I can,
Trust
and that
it.
work here, even once it's tied, I'm keeping it up.
Okay,
You
well, it'll
keep
get a
saying
roll
it,
in a
you
minute,
keep doing your
but
thing,
you're
yeah.
tying up the
She's gonna,
little arms and legs.
trust it.
Okay.
Bless you.
hog tie.
Just roll a sleight of hand for both.
Roll
Just-
a 1. Roll a 1.
Sleight of hand.
My
8.
eyes are really creepy right now.
Oh, that's a natural 1.
Okay. All right, so you think you did a great job at tying up the legs and the little arms that
Roll
apparently
with your
have.
dex. Sleight of hand gets a dex bonus. So
Oh.
that 8 was a.
That was an 8 plus my 2.
10? Okay.
No, that was already including the 2.
Oh.
All right.
Natural 1.
Got it. Okay, cool.
So you
Gotcha.
really just kind of laid the rope across the legs.
I'm still
She believes she can make it.
like, how did I
Yeah, she-
manifest this
Tie
shirt?
yourself.
I don't understand my magic.
You are tied.
Oh, you're like
Because
like
you didn't eat the DC the first time because you rolled a 1. You're beating a 13 whenever you roll.
Okay, which will come up after Twigs since Tubbs is playing Yahtzee.
Twig is the sorcerer, right?
Strip Yahtzee.
She's a warlock.
Okay.
Oh.
So the thing begins to struggle after its turn is after Tubbs, so the thing begins to struggle against its bonds at this point. But it can't do anything in its round, so you don't know if he's able to get out of them or not. So they're gonna bring up Wob
He's
and
not still
Polaris.
charmed?
Did it save?
Yes, it's
Oh.
That's why he's beginning to struggle.
Oh, yeah.
Little curly cues have disappeared from his eyes. So what's Wob and Polaris gonna do?
Is Wob still in back playing cards? Or dice?
Wob is still doesn't have any clue what's going on, so
Yeah.
he's just going to continue.
Wob is Donald
He's
Duck.
watching Tubbs take his shirt off because he lost.
He's assuming they'll call if they
Rabbit
need
strip
him.
poker.
Okay.
So
Polaris?
Polaris.
So if she's tying this thing, is it on the ground?
Yeah, she attempted to tie it best she could. It's on the, yeah, we'll say it's prone.
Okay. So that's advantage
And then
or
you
a
see
plus?
that it begins to, yeah, you would get advantage if you're striking it.
What the fuck, gnome?
Why was that a what the fuck to me?
Oh.
Oh, that's
Natural
very
19.
gross.
That hits.
Yay. So when I hit, I am going to use Searing Smite.
Okay. Let's get serious about this hit.
Well, yeah. Okay, so that's 6. 8 points. And 3 points fire.
11.
Yes.
Wow, all that for an 11.
Hey, we're level
Which is-
3.
Yes, but that's exactly 1 point more than you needed. So you got land shark brains all over the ground. Noticing as you hit it, how not only its large gargantuan legs were easily going to get out of their bindings, but its even little raptor legs or arms or whatever were going to get out of their bindings. But you just made sushi out of the whole thing. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Dead.
I'm gonna yank out a tooth for a necklace.
Okay, we're out of initiative at this point. Kind of. I mean, aside from your lantern, you're in the dark, but you can smell the
And the dancing light.
and the yes. The
I don't think Ravik
Can I
likes
smell
my
mammoth?
dancing man.
I just forget about it.
Can we smell mammoth guts?
Ravik doesn't like us.
I'll
having
make
light
a
sources.
dancing human mini.
No, I don't mind light sources. Just you got to use them.
Yeah.
No, we have to remind you that we have them.
Yes, that too. Okay, so we're out of initiative. What do you guys want to do?
I collect my cards.
I'm
Okay,
gonna
you're
check
still
this
one.
room.
You're still one down because that serpent.
Yeah, the
Disappeared
hybrid
one.
one. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna have to restart at some point.
Twig's gonna check the room that these sharks were running out of.
Okay. All right, you can go ahead and remove the
Fishy.
cloth there. Now, what you see upon entering,
Ooh, the first like actual.
Cage.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a good cage.
Yeah, apparently.
No, yeah,
hey, you
clearly
know they're
not.
working on it.
Just Jurassic Park.
So this unusual room, or cavern, I guess we'll call it, the northern half of the room is blocked off by this iron fence, as you see it, the bars. A few of the bars have been bent enough to form a hole that's large enough to crawl through. So obviously that was the way that these creatures were able to get through.
Estimate land shark size.
Exactly, land shark size. On the far side of the bars is a pool of water. You can see stalactites in the ceiling, a few stalagmites that rise out of the water, occasionally meeting to form these glistening white columns. And swimming in the shallow pool between the columns, you see several what appear to be shark noses.
Would you like
The
me?
nostrils and head portion of sharks. Except they look a little bit smaller.
Oh my god, he has shark head.
I know. They look a little bit smaller than the ones that you were fighting.
Can we fix the gate?
It's some pretty stout iron. You might be able to. Whatever pulled this apart to make an opening this big
At least they're smaller.
must have been pretty strong.
Hey,
That's probably you.
hey, NPCs, get us the table to
You
brace
and
the
me.
hole.
What are you gonna do?
You want to help me bend these bars back, Polaris?
Sure. That's something we'll be able to do.
Hey, I have a question.
Mhm.
My hypnotic gaze has a box to like mark that I've used it,
Mhm.
but it doesn't actually say anywhere in the
Well, you ate
description
it.
a once a day
Huh?
thing like
You ate
most
it
things
anyway,
do for
so.
that.
Well, is it a spell?
No, it's a me thing.
An ability.
Yeah.
Is it an ability?
Yeah.
Then if it has a box to mark, then it's probably once every long rest.
All right. That's
But you can double check it on the D&D Beyond.
What a 19 athletics, bend the bars back
Okay, what? Just by yourself?
with him.
I was assisting
Or
him.
the two of you
Yeah.
trying to? Okay, you're able to bend the bars on one side together back a little bit, but it's still a substantial opening. It may be closed enough to keep them in there, but these are also smaller ones. Now they're not coming towards you.
Yeah.
They seem to be just kind of like almost hiding in the water.
They're probably just pups.
What if we get some of those planks, like put it between the bars?
That would be good too. I'm gonna-
Wob, get off your ass and break one of those tables up for us.
Can I check what's in the barrels after this one?
Yeah, sure. So you're gonna,
There's no door on this one. It's just an entryway.
no door. It's just an open entryway.
Maybe we should just seal it up for now.
So Wob is going back to break up some tables.
Wob never left. He's still in the room with the NPCs.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're
What's
hollering to him to
smaller,
go
then?
bring parts from tables. Okay. By the way, in there at this point, it's been what, 3 rounds? So still the one door is banging.
The barrels.
Barrels.
Oh, the barrels.
The one door in the bathrooms is banging.
Yes, only the one door so far.
The
Is
shit
there
snake.
is
That would
there a noise coming from it besides the
Just
banging?
kind of a hissing, growling sound as the methodical boom, boom.
It's just a shit snake coming
You're
back.
sure it's a shit snake, not a person?
We checked both of those bathrooms.
Okay.
It was-
In the barrels, fish.
Perfect.
Yep.
I'd like to.
And they're the half alive, half dead, like
Sure.
like silver stripes.
As much as my little gnome hands can carry, I just kind of want to throw a handful into the water.
As you do so, they immediately frenzy on these and start eating them, but staying away. They may dart in and grab one and then move back under the water and just kind of peek out at you.
Does Twig see anything in the water besides these sharks?
Roll perception.
Oh god.
Maybe eggs.
17.
Holy Avenger. No, nothing. Some land shark poop. A little bit of algae, and that hadn't been cleaned for a few days. It looks like.
I think these ones are fine. I think we can keep going.
Yeah, I agree.
As Wob shows up with a handful of
Well, yeah.
Just barricade,
timber for
barricade the
table.
door.
We barricade the best we can.
Okay.
Figaro is going to try and climb up over to the top of this just to peek inside to see if it can see any bodies.
Yeah, so you can climb. It's a 6-foot wall, but it's kind of rough. So you can manage to climb up there. I'm not gonna make you roll. And inside, I mean, it's a gory scene. Whatever this creature was that occupied the space, as only
all that blood.
parts of it left behind, and there's a massive drag mark of blood that leads from this enclosed area over the top of the 6-foot barrier and then through the double doors, just dragged right along. Just massive streak.
Well, we definitely need to check those doors out.
But first, I want to does it look like any person-shaped bodies are in the blood pools?
Roll a perception. I mean, it's a nasty mess and it stinks. There's even flies down here.
That's nice. Am I proficient? Yes. That is a dirty 20.
Oh, that's not bad. You don't see anything human-shaped.
Oh god.
Just the undiscernible remains of whatever this creature was.
I think that we should get our buddies in here to open those double doors.
Yeah.
Oh, now that I've given you the idea.
They all come in half shirtless, half pantsless.
Renee's tucking stuff back in.
Now, there is a sign on this double doors, or next to the double doors, on the wall.
What's it say?
Herbivore exhibit this way.
Oh, so we know
That
that they're
sounds
all going to kill
friendly.
us.
Is there any like? I don't know how much I would even know about. what the
Veggies
woolly
or
mammoth
friends?
Is there any tusks in that pile of?
You can go. I mean, right now it's just a
Just a mess of blood for.
And yeah, exactly, but you can go search through it and see. I mean, you don't see a bone. There's maybe some broken, shattered bone here and there, but it's
very strong, but
it's mixed in the mass of gore. So you could jump in and take a look if you want.
Just my own curiosity, because woolly
Gore
mammoth
diving.
and 6 foot tall wall don't. So I'm just curious what it is.
Well, depending on how thick the wall is, it's not climbing over it.
Ah,
Yeah, it's a
6
stubby
foot
little
tall
legs.
With a woolly mammoth.
It's
How
a
big
5
do you
foot
think a
wide
woolly
wall.
mammoth is?
Like an elephant size.
No.
Yeah.
I think an elephant can get over a 6 foot tall wall.
No.
An elephant could step on my father easily.
I think Mike's actually right. I don't think they can lift their legs.
Elephants are like one of the only animals in the world that literally can't jump.
I don't think it's gonna
Get
leap.
up. But what I'm saying is, if the inside of the wall is just a flat wall, not like they can get purchased to
Right.
climb up.
Nor would they want
Sure.
to.
But go look for a tusk. Probably only weighs 150, 180 pounds.
I wasn't looking for it to take it. I was looking for it to just see what it is.
Wobb's gonna knock on the double doors and say, "Anybody in there?"
That trail of blood says somebody is.
Well,
Probably
let's
not
see if they
alive.
speak.
Roll perception.
Might be Minotaur.
Oh, that's a dirty 20.
A dirty 20. So as you knock, although the doors are closed, they're clearly not locked because they move a little bit as you knock, and you can hear like an echo of your knock beyond the door, as if there must be some large space behind these two doors.
For no voices.
Nope.
And Wobb's gonna
No reply.
shove the doors open.
What, like,
You're opening the door?
Dancing.
No, Bob shoved the doors open.
Oh, Wob, sending Wob to do this.
Yeah.
Where's the rest of you?
Oh, we're following.
Oh, I'm-
Matt just hasn't moved us up yet.
It's our turn to play.
He doesn't.
Sorry,
He doesn't
sorry.
pay attention.
Stay where you're going. I'll move you.
Right behind the NPCs.
There you go.
Does anybody need to be healed for anything?
onto the side.
Those sharks do.
Nah.
I don't think we actually took any damage in that.
Yeah, I'm still at full.
I'm down 3, but I'm not worried about it.
Because I'm appreciated.
We're going to see the herbivores.
So as soon as Wob just throws open the doors, like going out to the balcony on a dewy morning in England, just shoves them open. There's a bit of light that doesn't come directly out of the cavern, but like around a corner somewhere. This is a large cavern that you're looking at, but it's narrow at one point, but opens up larger beyond that as it curves away. But what strikes you immediately is the feral stink of blood and rot and fecal matter that assails your senses as you open the door. Peering inside, you can see it's kind of steamy. And this small portion of the cave that you can see before it turns away, there are boulders stacked against the wall left and right. But straight ahead, those of you that can see far enough, do you have your light?
Yeah.
How far is your light going? Only like 20, 40 feet, right?
Yeah,
Like 20 and 20?
something like that.
So you don't really see. Does anybody see beyond that?
Can make
That
my man
can-
walk over there.
'Cause right now, you can't really see anything within that 40 feet.
Then no, we can't see nothing.
Okay.
I have
So-
120 foot dark vision.
He's way in the back.
I will have the vague humanoid dancing light man walk down.
Okay, so as he goes sashaying down through the cavern,
Does a step all change?
as he gets closer and closer, you can see the cavern getting larger and larger, and there's like it kind of curves away out to the left. But before it does, there's a huge open area, and you see, all of you, the source of this malodor, and it's a massive pile of blood, guts, bone, and fur, just like what you saw before, but even larger. And there's what appears to be huge arcing tusks
There it is.
that come forth from a bloody skull that's been stripped of flesh and fur, eyes, and you don't see any indication of organs. It's just like it's a mess of muck that's together, even less so than, I mean, more so than what was in the land shark room. And then it just, you don't see anything next to it. You don't see anything eating from it, consuming it, anything like that. As it gets closer, you want to go all the way up to it. And the light comes from around the corner about 60 feet ahead. I mean, 60 feet from the door. So your light source would be close to where the gore is. Maybe 15 feet from where the cavern turns.
Is all the blood in there with that mass? Or?
Yeah, it's all together. It's like it looks like it's kind of been. You can see the streak of blood. The creature has been dragged all the way to that point, and then just completely dismembered.
The light man can't do anything. If we just want to keep looking, I could keep moving him forward, but it's up to us to take action on it.
You would expect to see maybe big femur bones, big ribs, all that, but the only real bone you see is the skull and the huge tusks. Everything else has been removed.
Stripped completely?
And it's like stripped, but a lot of the gore has been left over that whatever is consuming it doesn't like.
I'd say we go.
I guess we move in.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
NPCs first.
All right. So that's going to move us to another map. As we go forward, closer and closer to the stink of this, what was left of this creature, which was obviously the woolly mammoth, the cavern turning away to where the firelight emits from. That's where we're in tonight. We'll pick the conclusion of the Menagerie up next episode. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you all for joining us. See you next time.